YouTube live? Because then I'm going to have to unplug everything and then go and it may switch off again, which means we're going to have to redo the whole thing again before the game kicks off. Okay. But you... Okay. On YouTube, okay. Okay, we're live. Okay. We're going to go. Okay, we're going to go live.
Just before we start the ceremony officially, could we ask everybody to remove hats and sunglasses as a tribute to Diggers past and present? Brendan? Next. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, the first Anzac tribute match between the Cardiff and Warners Bay football clubs. Thank you everyone for attending and being part of what's a very special occasion. Thank you particularly to our club presidents, Quinton Davis and Todd Sheldon, our umpires today, our officials, our players and everybody attending. Would you please welcome the President of the Cardiff RSL Sub-Branch, Mr Sid Lynch.
Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me great pleasure today to be here to welcome these two great teams at war. So, without any more to do, I'll just say, Cardiff Party, take your posts.
Cardiff Party, let's head. One! Slope out! To the left half. By the quick arch. Right tap. There, arms. One fixed binance. Fixed. Binance. Head. That's gun. Slow. Arms. Send. Arms. Reverse. Arms. To the left. Left turn. Take post. Post. Outwards. Turn. Rest on your arms. Reverse. Right.
The ode. I shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not worry them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. that, we forget it.
Yep.
Let's down the Rouse.
Get up, party. At 10. Run!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance at our first Anzac tribute ceremony. I'd like to thank the members of the Cardiff RSL sub-branch and our singer Emma. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the footy this afternoon.
Right time! He's out!
Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club.
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7.
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery.
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 till 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
David, if we go live, you can talk till we start.
Let's go whenever you're ready.
We've got Grover open now. Don't touch anything. Okay, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup, one of the matches of the round this week. After an extraordinary Anzac ceremony. Lucas Holmes, good afternoon.
It sure was, David. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, David. Local rivalry, here we go. Mourners Bay and Cardiff, David.
Doesn't get any better. Just some late outs. Trent Thompson's a late out after a fitness test this morning. He's been replaced by Tom Gordon in 9. And for Warners Bay, 3 players on debut. Pasan Galapathy in 71, Cooper Garrett in 28, and Josh Ranieri in 10. We're just about ready to rock and roll here. Shaking hands of the ruckman Tom McDonald and Andrew Walker. We are ready to go. Got the big screen up. Louis, good luck, mate. Enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you, David. And the officials, whilst we have a bit of time.
Sorry, mate.
Field umpires, Ash Borg, Jody Henderson, Jacob Turley. Running the boundary, Colin Goodenough and Bowen Flockhart. And in the goals, Rachel Goodenough and Shane Lowndes, David.
Nice day here. Bit of a breeze up. Good crowd in for this Anzac tribute match. Local rivals, doesn't get any bigger than this. Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup. We thank Hunter Haval at Cardiff and Maitland, our major sponsor. We thank our Bar TV crew team, the Ranger Johnny, Brendan and Justin. The old school team's back together. Johnny, it's good to have you back, fellas. Cannot wait. Ash Borg's just checking everybody. We're ready to rock and roll. Cardiff and Warners Bay, no bigger in our league. Let's go. McDonald and Walker. McDonald just to that one. Out the ball comes. Little short right foot kick. Yes, it does. Picked up there. Out comes Vo. Good tackle, just got him, I think it did. O'Donnell's in 29. Gretz is sitting out wisely. Off it comes to out to Gibson. Mayo's in the long school. That could be construed a throw, and is it? Quite a few players chasing this one. Mayo's sat on the outside. Little fascinating handball. Galapathy's in there. Shoulder paid, I think, to McGuinness, is it?
Yes.
McGuinness has got the over the shoulder. Just on centre wing. Off the ball goes, intercepted, or not quite. Galapathy's in there. So is Brown. Kicked a couple of goals last week. Off goes the Michael Tock jumper of Mayo. Squares the ball. Oh, I'm not almost taken by Gretz. 3 is Vukovic. Gets a little handball out. Spinks is in there. O'Brien sitting the outside. Borg says, back. And a free kick again to McGuinness. So 2 early free kicks to McGuinness as the breeze picks up Lucas Holmes.
He does. McGuinness chips short in the direction. Then takes a mark there is Riley Warner. Warner surveying his options. Will be told to move on shortly, and is. Goes long towards the centre of the ground looking for Gibbs. However, in front, intercepted there by... Is that Metcalf, David?
Don't think... That could be Delure up the back. It is. It's Marcus.
There you go.
He's actually wounded, but that's definitely Delure in 35, Louis.
Thank you. Play on. Back to you, David.
Thank you. Delure goes short. Off to Metcalf. Metcalf's going to have to be picked up if he progresses forward, which he did last week. Deverell's got the job on Price. That's a matchup we know of. Corey Deverill, I beg your pardon. Price has been outstanding. Does a great job at ground level. Gets the ball off to Murphy. Murphy goes to the long one. Right up now. Tries to take a speck. He couldn't pick it off. Brown. Can he get the kick in here? No. Good tackle, Vo, down low. Here comes Lachlan Deverill. Best and fairest winner last year. That ball's going to go out. Perfect kick, really, in the situation.
Yeah. Right in front of us in the pink runner's jumper is Luke Roach. Working his way back into fitness, David.
Looks good in pink. So, in front of us is McDonald and Walker. Right in front of us here, ladies and gentlemen. Walker's shielding the sun. Now McDonald with a big tap out. McGuinness has been notable early. Speaks is here with him, 2 of the smaller players in the league. Ball keeps in. McGuinness does a dipsy doodle. Great work, McGuinness. Gets a long ball downfield. Mark not quite taken there. Vo scouting and scavenging. Oh, but Galapathy, excellent tackle. That'll get him going. Spinks is sitting the outside. Gets his head over it in the modern fashion. Gretz is trying to get the ball off him. Held in. Di Henderson says that's mine.
Sure is. Very physical early as you expect in a game like this, David. Both teams trying to find their upper hand early. McGuinness is head prominent.
Indeed.
Walker and McDonald again.
Indeed. McDonald double-handed, gets it away from Walker. Left foot kick comes out in front of us. Might be out of bounds to the full and is. And a free kick to Warner's Bay.
Riley Warner, sorry, David.
Thank you. Riley's got that free kick. Goes very short. And McGuinness has had a fantastic first 5 minutes. That play's got to clear out the mark. He's just back on. McGuinness hears a voice and goes square. Finds Oscar. Oscar Anderson's out that centre-half back. Link Stewart's running for him, but he's been picked up by Yench, who's already up front, Lucas Holmes. Interesting to see. Oscar may go backwards here. No, he's going to go down the line, down the Combong's flank. Goes long. All over it, Mayo. Decides to punch the ball, interestingly. And it's tapped out. It's kicked over by Riley Warner with a little grubber.
As you said, interestingly, almost could have taken the mark there. Chad Mayo decided against the defensive option, though.
Indeed. McDonald and Walker. McDonald's in front here. Sun gets him, but he gets it out. McGuinness really starting on fire here. Won't get a chance to dispose of that one. So, no scores yet. Enterprising start to this game, Lucas Holmes.
Sure is, and you can hear Marty Ryman barking from the sideline, one-on-one, all around the contest.
McDonald left-handed. He's going well on the tap-outs, Lucas. Got a bit too much height. Delure, can he do something with it? Wide's a tackle from Vo. Excellent handball, Gretz. Well played, Cardiff. Down that ball goes long. Brown's in there. Price. Deverell's got to get on him. That's a sensational kick. Oh, just misses, I think. In fact, it's screwed around and has just hit the behind post. I thought that was in, Lucas Holmes. It looked like he had the perfect bias on it, but it's a boundary throw in, far pocket.
It is, and as you said, Lachlan Price coming off a wonderful game last week against the Premiers Terrigal Avoca. Looks to keep up today.
Indeed. Vo's in there. Can he get a ball? No, he can't. Oh, but quick kick. Price, I think. Just waiting to see who they're congratulating. Waiting, not quite sure yet. Sorry, early call there. Goal umpire and central umpire can't having a conversation here. Still don't know what's going on with the decision here. Just waiting for the umpires to decide. Decision is a goal. So a goal give me, that's Lachlan Price, Lucas Holmes. Lachlan Price, the first goal after a long conversation. Over to you, Louis.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
And last night, Terrigal defeated Killarney Valley in Friday Night Football at Adelaide Street Oval. So important 4 points there for Terrigal, Lucas Holmes. First goal to Cardiff. Nice day here. Somewhat of a breeze, but it's a lovely warm day. Ground in superb condition, Louis.
It is, considering the amount of rain we've had in the last few days here in the Lake Macquarie region.
And we've had none down on the coast, so it's interesting the different conditions. Vukovic of soccer tactics finds O'Brien. He's got his shadow there in Lachlan Deverill. Thank you, Brendan. Off the ball goes. O'Brien goes short. Can he find someone? No, he can't. Hewitt comes forward. Gets a quick handball out to Anderson. Tries to beat a tackle of Jensen. He's in trouble. Somehow gets a kick out. Don't know how. Got a step. Lovely step. Another one. And he's in trouble. Now gets it out. Got to stay on their feet here. And he's actually done extraordinarily well to beat 2 tackles and then get that ball out of bounds at the half-back flank, right near the combox position. You can see with our camera.
Very strong quarters. Josh Nicol did very well, as you said, to beat 2.
Yeah, well done, Nicol. Played very well last week in Singleton, Lucas Holmes from Dispatches. McDonald's got to sit here. Gets it out. He's going very well, McDonald. Ball comes out. Oh, Warner. No, can't get it out. Ball comes out. Chew O'Neill. And she's got the sit, and he can't go. Oh, beautifully roved O'Brien. Couldn't grab it. It's at ground level. 37's Corey Deverill. It's going to come out. Umpire Turley says, I'll have that, thank you. Dangerous position for Cardiff.
And you got Riley Warner sitting in that goalkeeper position in the goal square.
Jensch gets that one out. Good body strength, Tom Jensch. McGuinness couldn't quite get it out, and it's behind. So behind to the Cardiff Footy Club there, 1-1-7. Warners Bay yet to score. You can see some fencing in the background there. That secondary ground at Fane Park's being resurfaced and done with drainage for Lucas Holmes.
Much similar to the ground we're playing on now, David, a few years ago.
Indeed.
Nick Metcalf with the kick out on his left foot. Goes long and high looking for McDonald. McDonald pushes Walker Stringer in the back, however. No. Over the back to McGuinness, and the ball runs out of bounds for a throw-in. Once again, McDonald and Walker.
Spinks sitting off at a dangerous position here. DeLure's got him marked.
Thank you, David. Throwing is high. Give that to McDonald just. Out to Brown. Brown gets a left foot kick. Looking for Price of all people. Deverill spoils. Delore spins out of a tackle. Goes out of a second. Gets his hands out. Again, pointed out to Metcalf. On his non-preferred right, goes short to Nicol. Nicol spins away instantly and goes there to McClure. Man on the mark isn't there. Play on. McClure goes long and wide.
Thank you, Lucas. Ganapathy's in there. 61's Peterson, the veteran. That car's over there. 2 experienced footballers. And we're out of bounds. We've gone elapsed time, Louise. 8:30. 8 minutes 30 elapsed time here at Fane Park. 1-1-7's the score. That's right, Johnny. Yeah, 1-1-7-0 should be the score. Thank you. Good man. Great to be with you here on this Anzac Tribute Day. McDonald with a right-hander. Ball comes out. Vo at great ground level. It's got to stay on his feet, Louis.
And he's dragged that back in, but Howe gets it out.
Still held in. Interesting to see the decision. He's now putting the tackle on Galapathy. Vo's in there as well. And it'll be a ball up. G. McDonald's built up in the off-season. He was a really skinny lad last year. He's built up a lot. He's got good body strength. Gets out with a double-hander. He's giving Walker a bit of a touch-up in those ruck contests. Galapathy's dangerous. He's got a rove. Gibbs has got to get in front. Warner up there. Sorry, Sorensen, I beg your pardon, in 7. Get a handball out. Cardiff have done very well there. Long handball comes out. Walker, can he pick it up and keep it in? He does. Little short handball. That's going to go out of bounds on the full. Now, who will be taking the kick here? I'm not quite sure. It could end up being Galapathy being the closest. Yeah, it is the debutant Galapathy.
Galapathy from the Canberra region came up to Warners Bay this season, David.
That's interesting. He's actually just gone off the interchange. So I'm not actually sure. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's Riley Warner just in front of us. Warner's got the ball in his hands. No one on the mark, interestingly. He could have run. Long ball comes out. Tapped out by Cooper Garrett in his first game for the Warners Bay Footy Club. That's Job going out there with the hair plate. Gets a little one out to Tomlinson. Spoke to Tomlinson during the week. Interesting, fascinating bloke. Lovely man to speak to, Lucas. Really composed and mature.
Doing a lot of good work at the footy club. Here he goes down, does a little turnaround, goes long down the flank. Big ground here at Wafane Park. I reckon it's the biggest in the league, Louis. Out it comes Nickel. Little short pass. Can't find his man. Contest coming. 3 or 4 players try and pick it up. Can't do so. Bit scrappy early. Out that ball comes. Here's Job down the flank. Decides to go with a 40-metre pass. And finds his... And in fact, he's chopped up by Lachlan Devil, who did that all last year, Lucas, superbly for the Bulldogs. Stewart's got the mark.
He did, David. Macy medalist, club best and fairest last year for Lachlan Deverell. And the switch is on here to Nicholson if he wants, but doesn't. Goes short inboard. Looking for Kobe McClure. McClure surveying his options. Again, goes short. And looking for Riley Warner. Chopped off, however. Breaks a tackle, gets his hands over the top in Vo's direction. However, goes to Metcalf. Metcalf from about 50 metres. Nick Metcalf! Just to the far side. A point for Warners Bay. Warners Bay, his first shot. 1 point. Trailing Cardiff 1-1-7.
Thank you, Lucas. Almost a goal there for the Warners Bay. They need to kick some goals. They need to get on the scoreboard. They struggled last week against Singleton. Sorensen's on the mark here. Little short right foot pass goes across goals. Safe pair of hands, Gretz. Good play, this fella. Real good play. Hugh O'Neill gets that football out. Off goes Tomlinson off that halfback where he's dangerous. Job. Another handball coming, Metcalf. Well worked by Cardiff. Oh, intercept mark. Very well done there by Jack Downing. Really good effort. Goes square and finds Tristan Warner. He's going to go square and find Lachlan Deverell, who's knocked up getting kicks here. He needs to get that in, and it's gone over his head, unbelievably. So, not real good disposal there by Warner. The score, Lucas Holmes, after 12 minutes. Cardiff 1-1-7, and Warners Bay a point. Good tight footy earlier, Louis, actually.
And sure is lucky to get away with throwing there, Warners Bay. Just Tristan Warner chipping it over Lachlan Deverell's head. Indeed,
they're lucky they won't punish for that mistake. Thought it's a short throw in, goes to ground. Simon O'Brien. Left foot comes out, screws it around.
Touch ball.
Touch ball, thank you, Lucas. Gretz gets on his left, goes long, centre half forward to 1-on-1. Jensch comes over the back, Stewart's where he needs to be in front. Good tackle, Corey Devil on Price. In comes Anderson hard. Jensch comes back double as hard. Price, good tackle, Anderson at desperation. They're on here, Cardiff, for one more handball, they're in. Murphy! Very well done, the Cardiff Footy Club. Second goal to Cardiff. Cardiff 2-1-13. Warners Bay 1 point. Lucas J. Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
It's a great place, the 16-footers, isn't it? Handy to your joint too, Louis.
It sure is. Always wonderful, as we keep saying to the back end of last year, the Elliot David presentation night at the end of the year, David.
The amount of work that goes on to making that night and how much work Belmont do as well. It's just a superb event. Jody Henderson with the football. McDonald, right-handed. He's winning the rucks clearly here. Be interesting to see what happens when Jensch comes on the ball. Nichols in there, staying on his feet, I should say. There's Walker, gets a little short handball out. Mayo should go left, does. Delua goes back centrally. Gretz is free, that's dangerous. Off he goes. Tries to hit someone on the fly, he does. Murphy's might have had a lemon wrench during the week, Murphy. He's got another low ball go. That won't go in. And Warner sees that through. Riley Warner. So another point to Cardiff. Cardiff 2-2-14. Going along nicely. Warners Bay a point. Elapsed time's 13 minutes 55 by the time this kick comes in from skipper Lachlan Deverell.
Professionally done there by Riley Warner. Under the direct pressure of Lachlan Price, rushes the ball through.
Entitled to do so under the rules of football, isn't he, Lucas, if he's under direct pressure?
Sure is. Touch ball.
That's touch ball, thank you. Lachlan Deverell reads it. No, it's not Lachlan, actually. And gets that off, and out it comes to McClure. McClure takes that ball. Handball off to Anderson. Good play of this, Anderson. Young fella, good player. Good chess mark. Lovely football taken by Garrett. That'll do in the world of good on his debut.
Natural left footer as well, Cooper Garrett, David.
Yes, gives it to back. Can't quite get the mark. Galapathy stays down. Good tackle. Cardiff intercept. I'll go back to the television here. Oh, dragged out of that. Could have got a free kick. 4 or 5, 6, 7 plays out. Comes Metcalf. Nick. Ball comes out again. Gibbs is in there. Umpire says, I'll have it, thank you. You can hear the breeze in our effects microphone. It's variable, isn't it, Louis?
It is. Not favouring any side as yet.
Not yet, no. Oh, dragged out of that. Could have been. No, umpire said that's a legal tackle. So Gibbs hasn't got many touches so far. McGuinness has gone a little bit quiet after an early start, blinding start.
And Yench is now on the ruck.
And McDonald beats him. Yench comes around but can't get him. Ball at ground level, held in. Now it comes out. Tackle put on, perhaps over the shoulder by Ranieri, the newcomer from down in the Northern Football League in Melbourne. Yench, body strength there was well. O'Brien beautifully roved. Intercepted though. Ball comes out. Another tackle made by McGuinness. It's good and tough footy inside. Out it comes from Gibson. Job's away. Handball away. They're going to try and get... Stewart's backed off here. It's a 1-on-2. They've got to be careful this next kick. Stewart's on his own, and where does it end up? Straight down Link Stewart's throat. So Stewart held off in that unusual kicking style and hits Needham. Needham's got that football like his haircut, Lucas. That's 50. So Needham's worked that beautifully and gets a 50-metre free kick called on Hugh O'Neill. This should get him to the edge of the square. Can't quite see the markings from here. There's the centre. There's the cricket block. And the mark's going to be just short of the square. So Needham can't kick the guy. Can see the 50-metre arc in the background. Goes long. Looking for forwards. Gibbs can't quite get there. Off that's read by Gibson at the back. 61 was Peterson. The ball smothered and out of bounds in the forward pocket. That 50-metre Louis infraction too close to the mark, perhaps?
Hugh O'Neill inside the protected area there. Two Cardiff players in that infraction.
Safe travels to you, Lucas Holmes, tomorrow as you go home, mate. I hope it all goes well on the roads.
Thank you. Adcock Park next week, David.
Yes, just the closest game to my place. You're looking forward to that. Around the corner. First time for me broadcasting at Adcock Park, Louis, so look forward to it. Metcalf off to Job. Job goes wide. Little short pass is perfect. It's picked up there in the flank. Short ball from O'Neill. Comes out, not quite marked by Walker. Goes to ground. McDonald gets the handball out under duress. Galapathy's in there. Warner's in there. McDonald picks it up. Now, a great handball. What's Stewart doing down there? He'll be sacked from the backman's unit. At the back there's O'Donnell. Left-hand handball. Good shot, steady player, this fellow. Number 9 is Gordon, the late in Lucas. Number 9, Tommy Gordon. Mark taken on the flank. Goes square. Finds Gretz. This is the guy they want the ball in his hands. Goes over Vukovic. Straight towards us to Mayo. Stewart's on the mark. Almost on centre wing, I reckon. He's going to go square. And finds Delua. Someone in the background was saying to Barkas to go there to Delua. Can you hear in the background? Well, we've got Marcus Delua. Good day to Peter and Catherine, his parents in Melbourne, and the family. I believe Marcus will be coming home this week with a uni break. Lovely, magnificent pass to Gordon. Spearing ball. He's got the mark. He's man on the mark in Downings, right on the 50-metre arc. Looking for options. He doesn't look confident getting the distance. Goes hot spot. Puts it up. No one goes to mark, which is extraordinary. Murphy! Left-footed! That might go to bounds of the bounce, I think, Louis. No, it hasn't got out. McGuinness. Oh, that's over the shoulder, surely. Oh, it's caught a throw-in. Sorry, I thought thought Price might have got him over the head there. He's struggling a bit, McGuinness. He might actually have a slight cut there, Louis.
Yeah.
Throwing coming in. McGuinness still recovering. Not well at the moment. And
now they're
going to stop play from McGuinness, I think. So we'll stop play to get McGuinness to get him looked after. He may actually, the way he's holding his head, he may have a head cut here, Lucas.
Yeah.
We'll see him as he comes past us. Yeah, he does. He's got a significant head wound here, David McGuinness, and they're going to look after his welfare after that clash a few minutes ago. That's actually quite a significant cut, and that will need stitches. That is a serious head cut.
And that was a very smart call from Daniel Gray on the sideline, one of the reserve grade players. That with the blood rule, the interchange player can come straight on the ground, David.
Indeed. That wasn't actually a stoppage of play for HIA. That's a stoppage for blood, and you're right. With a blood rule, you can come straight on. There is no need to wait to come through the gates. Play continues. Replacement out there. 18 on 18. McDonald beats Walker. Good tackle made immediately. Got to get rid of the footy. Corey Devil in low. Lachlan Price in there as well. So McDonald and Walker here. You can see the height difference there that McDonald's got. And he's really giving him a clinic in there. Stewart's got to get rid of it and does quickly. That ball needs to go out of bounds for Warners Bay and does in front of Chad Mayo. Elapsed time, Lucas Holmes, 20 minutes?
20 minutes, just about gone, David.
Warners Bay will need to do a quick job on David McGuinness and get that head covered.
They do. He's probably been their best player on the ground so far from Warners Bay, McGuinness.
And McDonald, I would suggest, the two max. Little short kick comes out. In fact, he's got a good piece of that.
It was a push.
Was a push in the back, and the umpire nearly gave that Metcalf. It's 1-on-3 here. He can't do it all, Warner. Cardiff's half-back line, who are very capable. Tomlinson will take that ball. Left-hand handball, Job. Job gets that ball out square. Intercepted. Galapathy. No, it's not Galapathy. I beg your pardon. That's Downing. Back to Downing from Gibbons. Haven't called Sam's name yet. There he is again. He's the newcomer, Ranieri. Goes long. Got to get in front. That's a push in the back against Warner, I reckon, Lucas.
You're correct there, David.
Tristan Warner, I do beg your pardon. 20 and a half minutes elapsed time. Cardiff going along nicely. 2-14 to 1 point. Job getting a lot of ball down that right back flank. There he is. Ball comes out. Sorensen's got to sit here. Got a chance. He's done a lovely bit of work there, and he's got a good kick to that. Can he find a marking player? No, he can't. Ball's crash ball here. Galapathy's at ground level. He's got to get a handball. That could have been over the shoulder towards Galapathy. Gibbs gets a right foot to it. He would have been pinged otherwise. Oh, McClure's gutsy goes up against Metcalf. Goes against the football again. Almost over the shoulder there. And umpire says that'll be mine. That's umpire Jacob Turley. Lucas Holmes.
Had to go there, did Kobe McClure. Otherwise, Zach Metcalf was getting a free possession. And as we've seen in numerous amount of times, Zach Metcalf with free possession isn't good for the opposition, David.
No, Matthew Spinks trying to go through the pack. Vo's in there. Can't quite stop that ball coming out. Here's Spinks on his left. He's got a decent left foot too. Scrubby little one, just commentator's curse, LJ. Spinks comes back for more, keeps it going. And I think the ball's been called out of bounds by the boundary umpire.
And with that kick off Matt Spinks, there was a great shepherd run across there by Riley Warner, allowing Spinks onto his left side.
We've seen him keep some great goals here at this particular ground, Lucas Holmes.
And in Wagga as well, David.
Oh, wow. That gave me that. One of the most enjoyable games of football I've ever called, beating Fariside down there. It was a great performance by the boys. Galapathy, the Ranger's nodding his head. He was at that game, I reckon. Leo, nice tackle. Sorry, Michael, it's Leo. Marcus, Delure out. Tomlinson, quickly out, going down the flank. Oh, good mark. Really solid mark there.
Nelson Brown, David.
Yeah, he's got a good pair of hands. Here's a big contest. Lachlan Deverell, read by Corey, comes out. There's Lachlan. Got to go here. He's got to go hard. There's a proliferation of Cardiff players. There's today's word of the day. Out that ball comes to Gordon, the laid in. Going out wide. Stewart stayed on his feet. Needs to still stay on his feet. He's got Walker, the resting ruckman. And ball comes out to Lure at the back. Out there from Hugh O'Neill. Gets the ball down long. Lachlan Deverell's got to be composed. Gets an evil bounce. Cardiff have got 1-on-3. Danger, danger, danger. Vukovic. Off here. Oh, drops it. Can Corey Deverell get inside? Oh, well done, Nickel. Really. Superb, Nickel. Beats 3 and gets them out of trouble for the moment. He's got to go, Spinks. Does. McDonald's in there as well. Gordon goes backwards. He's the Felunia voice. That ball's out to O'Donnell. Ranieri's on him. O'Donnell, natural left footer, goes long. Look for Murphy. Got the diminutive Corey Deverell there with him. Ball out of bounds. Long quarter so far. 23-25 elapsed time. Cardiff 2-2, Warners Bay point. Louis.
Sure is. Marcus Delore just going off for a well-deserved rest there, as does Corey Deverell.
Nice replacement. On comes the skipper, Simon O'Brien. Walker and McDonald. McDonald's got the sit again. Gee, he's done well on those tap-outs. Ball goes out of bounds on the bounce, and we have another throw-in.
And they did well there, Warners Bay. It was more luck that Simon O'Brien just coming to that throw-in just in time for the throw-in. It was lucky it didn't come to him because he wasn't marked up there. Simon O'Brien roving by himself.
Galapathy sitting right at the feet of McDonald. Can he get his hands on it? No, he can't. He's going to go close here. Good tackle made. Got the ball out, however. There's Vukovic. Squares it. Goes to the hot spot. Oh, lovely pair of hands, Oscar Anderson. Worked Murphy out of that beautifully. Stewart, who's been prominent this quarter. A lot of touches from the fullback. Another one to Stewart. Now there's trouble. They've mucked around. Good tackle. He's got him off his feet. Actually, Stewart saved that situation. That was a poor return handball, and he got Murphy off his feet, Louis. And Murphy's definitely been the hairdresser this week, Louis. There's a touch of the lemon rinse there, I'm sure, for Joshua. Off comes McDonald. Right-hand tap out. Galapathy, can he get his hands on? No, he can't. O'Donnell's out here. Want to get onto his left. Does. Good tackle made. O'Brien, always composed. Back to Gordon. Back to Isaac Hughes. One-on-one contest. Stewart staying in front like a good backman does. Goes Ronaldo, gets lucky. Spinks has got to pick this one up. He's in trouble with Vukovic, doesn't. Can he come back, Spinks? He does. Needs to get clean possession. Does.
And that was
that's quarter time, I think you'll find, and it is. So a good bit of work there by Spinks. Persisted at it. Cardiff at quarter time, 2-2-14. Warners Bay a point. The only goal kickers in the match, Lachlan Price and Josh Murphy. Lucas, before a break, a quick summation, please.
Great physical contest from both sides, with probably Cardiff just holding the upper hand, but Warners Bay only 2 goals down. I think Marty Ryman will be fairly happy with that result so far, David.
He'd be content. He'd be a little bit concerned of the numbers that Cardiff are getting to the ball in Warners Bay's background, in Warners Bay's forward line. They may need to look at spreading the forward line out. We'll have a couple of important messages on our Bar TV coverage of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup match here at Fane Park, and be back with you in a couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fay Park as the Warners Bay President Todd Sheldon looks after Lucas and myself for the drink of water. Thank you, Todd. Welcome. Thank you, sir. Lucas Holmes, an update on David McGuinness, please.
David McGuinness is all taped up, rather looking like a mummy though, however, but he's all out there ready to go.
Okay, good to hear. Now, Corey Deverell's gone into the centre, and now he's running out of the centre. Ranieri's in there. McDonald. Nickel, excuse me. Been a big day.
On that Corey Deverell point, we discussed before the game, you and I, David, Corey Deverell would only be the viable opposition for Lachlan Price. You think possibly Vo, but Deverell definitely has the speed covered in terms of Price.
It's the foot speed that's the concern and that blinding acceleration. McDonald first tap out, misses Ranieri. Nickel at the back. Away they go, Warners Bay, coming down the flank. One bounce.
Downing.
Is he going to have a ping? Hang on, this might go in. No, just goes to the side, I think, behind. So Warners Bay 2 points. Gee, that would have been a great way to start the quarter. Tomlinson immediately goes out the line and finds his man. Brown, I think. Yep, goes long. Free kick, I think, to Yench against Stewart. Yep. Yeah, try interfere with Yench. Yench has got that powerful body. A bit too big and strong for Stewart if in a body contest. He goes square to Metcalf. Metcalf again goes square. They've centred the ball now. Mark taken by Lachlan Carey. Short handball. He's the voice of Job. Back to Carey. Goes wide. Misses the target, but cleaned up by Borrow. Doing well here, Cardiff. Walker. Left foot. Goes to centre half forward. Oh, well done, McDonald. Almost took the mark. Like to see him get more marks in it, and that'll really help his club. He's winning the tap-outs clearly. Interesting to see if Walker gets into Walker's gimpy at the moment. You can see that in front of you, 53. So, no, Walker's nominated. Of course, Delua can work in the ruck, which he did in the grand final, Lucas, to great effect last year. Out it comes Mayo. Dog, well tackled, Nickel. Got to get rid of that football. He's in all sorts of pressure. Is that a throw? No, it's a free kick, I think, to Warners Bay.
Kobe McClure.
Yeah, it's Kobe. I don't know what for, though. Maybe over the shoulder. McClure.
Sorensen. No.
Mrs. Sorensen misses, touched off the hands. Close attention from Carey. There's the Warners Bay brains trust in front of the camera there. Marty Ryman and Craig Walsh. And Luke Roach in pink. His brother over there in New Zealand will be loving seeing Luke in pink. Comes out Lennon. Back to Walker on his natural foot. Gets rid of it to Gretz. DeLewis should turn around on his right here and does. Looks short. And he finds his man beautifully in Borrow. Now, Borrow's going to be kicking from around 50, I reckon, Louis. Oh, well done. Gee, worked his body well there, Murphy. Sorensen sitting there talking to the umpire, but Murphy used his body beautifully in that contest. And we'll kick from right in front, about 20 metres out, Lucas Holmes.
He protected the drop space of the ball very well, did Josh Murphy. Used his body there on Sorensen.
And he got Sorensen off balance, Lucas, which was the key. Sorry, not Sorensen. It's Oscar, isn't it? It's actually Anderson. Yeah, it was Anderson, not Sorensen. Murphy with that left foot stabbing motion.
Hit the post.
It's posted it. You'll be furious with that. Lucas Holmes almost had the goal up already, didn't you, Louis?
I did.
Cardiff 2-3-15. Warners Bay 2 points. Earlier games today here at Fayen. A resounding victory to Cardiff in the plate. And in an excellent last quarter of football, Warners Bay just got home over Cardiff in the women's fixture. Warners Bay's first win of the season. Gibbs. Ball handballed out in front of him. Vukovic in there giving a bit of mouth. You want to be careful with Big Kanye. Yeah, exactly. That's going to happen. He'll come over you like a steam train.
Ashborg in there trying to defuse the situation.
Here we go. They're having it. Handbags at 10 paces. Nothing too serious there, Louis. Ball drops down, in fact, and hits the ground. Gretz, right-footed. Lachlan Deverell's got to get rid of it. He's in trouble. And Ashbrook says mine, I think. Yeah. Does.
And that last boundary throw in that, and you see again Marcus Delore nominating for the ruck contest.
Thank you. So Delore on the ball.
On Gibbs.
Gibbs gets that down clearly left-handed. Excellent tap out. Nickel goes right down the spine. It's 1-on-2, and guess who read that mark beautifully? Zachariah Metcalf. Square. Finds his man. That's O'Donnell. Goes on that left. Loves that left foot, does David O'Donnell. Out there to the long jumper. That's got to be Chad Mayo, and that's almost 50. Goes to short. Finds Gretz. Gee, this player's in good form, Louis, isn't he? The last couple of weeks we've seen he's outstanding. How was he in the first game of the season, Cardiff and Newcastle City, Louis?
He was very good, was Bryce Gratz, as the whole Cardiff back six have been in the first 2 rounds.
Oh, that's over the shoulder, surely. And no, I thought Oscar might have got one over the ear there, but he hasn't. Umpire Telly said, I'll have that, thank you. Lachlan Deverell giving out orders. So it looks like that O'Neill's nominated. No, he hasn't. Yench is up there. I might beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen. Lachlan Deverell, left-hand handball out. Picked off. O'Brien, danger. Screws it around on his right. Has he found someone? Oh, beautiful work. Dropped the mark, I think. Lennon will be disappointed there. Gibsons gets that football. Great tackle, Matthew Spinks. Certainly, there's no lack of desperation here. That's gone. Not paid. Ball gets thumped into the middle. Yench has got the set. Can't quite take the mark, though, the big fella. Out of there comes Warner, Riley, Anderson. Away go Warner's Bay. McClure. Down the flank. Lovely spot. Over to you, Lucas Holmes.
Sam Gibbons there with the mark on his chest. Gibbons goes wide towards centre wing. Finds that Tristan Warner. 2 on the mark there. Warner chips down the line again. Looking and finds... Who's that out there?
Dan
that is,
Peterson,
thank you. That is Dan Peterson, the experienced veteran. Peterson looks inboard, going for McDonald. And Gibbons at the back forward. That's interesting. Gibbons, McDonald with the pick-up. Sorensen fighting over it. There you go. Simon O'Brien at the back. Oh, it drops the mark, however. O'Brien, 2-on-1. Evades Spinks. Looking for Metcalf over his shoulder. Metcalf needs to keep this ball in, and does. Metcalf almost takes a bounce. Metcalf looking for Nelson Brown in front. However, Riley Warner looking to break Greats' tackle, however, doesn't. And a great tackle there by Bryce Greats in front of us.
Did you see that showed everybody how not to sling tackle? Did you see how he got him to ground? It was a fair tackle, a hard tackle, but he didn't sling him, and he actually got him down to ground relatively softly and avoided a free kick. Thanks, Louis. So Ashball's we're just getting nominated ruckman here. It's Gibbs and Yench. Gibbs uses his body very well and gets a kick out of it as well. Peterson roves it beautifully. Out of there comes his McClure. Ducks his head. He won't get a free kick for that. Got to get rid of it now. It comes out, so now in Gretz's control. McClure's actually done that well, Lucas. He had, as you always say, he's dragged that back in. Then he was in trouble, and he kept out of trouble there. So scores here. No score yet in the only the point. 1 point. Cardiff leading by 13. Yench puts the knee up, gets up high and gets the tap down. Out of that ball comes Corey Devil under. He can't get rid of that. Manhandled by Simon O'Brien. Ash Borg says, I'll have that, thank you. Elapsed time 7 minutes. Ash Borg has got the football here.
Yeah.
Trying to find nominating ruckman. Yench will be 1. And the other is Kane Gibbs, I think, again. So it's Yench and Gibbs.
Just instruction the rucks to look at the ball rather than the man.
Smothered. Stewart taps that out after Gibbs won the ruck contest. Oh, tries to... Now, can they make a pay? Can Ranieri do something classy here? Couldn't quite pick the ball up. Out the ball comes Aaron handball. Gibbons over it. So Spinks, he's dangerous in close. Gets a handball out to Nichols. He's under pressure. Good tackle on Nickel and gone. Tackle made by Simon O'Brien. Bryan comes wide. Combox side. Looking for Gretz and he'll find him. Great pair of hands. Gibbs is on his man. He can stay there, yeah. Oh, I thought he was on his man. Okay, so the ball's come to ground level. Burrow's flying here. Stewart tries to go the man and gets him out of the way. Cardiff going forward quickly. It's a one-on-one. Steady heads needed. There's the steadiest one of the lot, Lachlan Deverell. Tries to rebound here. Going to hit Ranieri. Well done, Ranieri. Lovely pass, Deverell, even in this win. Ranieri goes centrally, and he's picked off by O'Brien. O'Brien's away. Goes down the far side. At the back, no, can't quite take the mark. Deverell holds his ground. Deverell and Leonard. Well done, Deverell. Needs another kick, I'd imagine. No, he's got it away. There's Nick Metcalf getting away. Lachlan Deverell is having a very good patch the last few minutes. Gets the ball up. Peterson's flying at the football. Shows real strength. Down the flank. Couldn't quite be taken there by Sorensen. Got to stay on your feet. Oh, he's actually got the football. Well done. Matt somehow gets it out to Warner. Warner's Bay looking okay here. Gibbs is going to turn around that left. Tries to find Spinks and kicks it over him. Crash ball coming. Out it comes towards Hughes. Hughes goes long. It's all Warner's Bay. Stewart, off his man, does the job. Stewart's actually playing very well, Lucas. Definitely Warner's Bay's top 6. Ball out there.
Metcalf.
Metcalf, Nicholas. Looking for some options. He's getting a hurry up. Uses that left foot. Goes with a three-quarter wedge. Couldn't quite take the mark. Out of there comes McClure. Good tackle there by Vukovic. Ball comes out. No, here's a chance for an area. Good Shepherd, very unselfish. Nickel. Got to be in front, big fella. Oh, Gibbs, no. Couldn't get it at the third attempt. Gets a handball out. Legal play. Oh, left foot comes out. Spinks a chance. Oh, you have got to be kidding. What a bounce on Spinks. Absolutely cruel. Garrett, well done by Tomlinson. So steady. Out comes to the... Gee, there's some experienced football there. Back to O'Neill. Right-footed. Corey Deverill can't quite stop Pry. Yes, he does. Somehow drags him out of it. Got to stay on their feet. Mayo goes to ground. Corey stayed on his feet. Good tackle, mate. Only got to get rid of it. Umpire says...
Give it to me.
He does. Good passage play. How's the bounce on Matthew Spinks? The oval football, Lucas Holmes. Out comes the mummy, David McGuinness. Tapped out by Yench. Lovely little handball comes out, and away they go. Delua, right-hand handball. He'll hit his man. Murphy. Can he finish? Reckon he has.
I think he has too.
Josh Murphy shows his worth as one of the league's leading goal kickers. He's kicked his second goal of the afternoon. Cardiff 3-3-21, Warners Bay 2 points. We've gone 10.5 minutes, quarter number 2 at Fayan. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also proud sponsor of the BDAFL women's competition.
And there was an announcement during the week that they've signed on again to support our competition. Wonderful work to Paul Kelly and the company there at GE. We thank them very much. Paul Kelly's heavily involved with the league and also is a good Singleton man down up there for the Roosters.
Had a thumping win today, did the Roosters?
In
the women's?
In the women's, they did indeed. Against the entrance Baddo Bay at Passage Road, that game was. That's right. There's the two of the best ruckmen in the league. Give that one to Yench. Nickel gets it out. Oh, great chest mark taken by Sorensen on the fly. Warners Bay have got to start kicking goals. Look for Gibbs. Gone a bit wide there. Gibbs is going to try and turn around his left, I'd imagine. Got to hold his feet. Does. Oh, steps him beautifully. Does another one. Comes back. They've got to get a kick at it. Tristan Warner. Guess who's going to read this one? Oh, gee, that was actually closer than I thought. Bryce Gretz, I thought, had that for all money. Warners Bay 3 behinds. Cardiff 3-3-21. Cardiff up by 3 straight goals. 11 3/4 minutes gone. Elapsed time in the second quarter of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup match here at Fane Oval. Cardiff and the Warners Bay footy clubs in the Anzac Day tribute match. Gretz, Lucas Holmes.
We just saw from that last centre clearance starting to impress me. Josh Nickel had a few centre clearances hitting lace-out passes to his forwards. Yench in his back half as the ruckman are kicked behind the ball. Yench goes long to the far side. Knocked out is Murphy by Needham. Is that Downing? No, Riley Warner rather. Great Shepherd away. Chasing the ball here is Hughes, pushed off, and the ball is out on the full, just in front of the interchange benches, and the kick going to said Josh Nickel. David?
As you were just talking about, Lucas Holmes. Well done by McGuinness to put pressure on down here in front of us. Good contest at the moment. Cardiff are certainly holding Warners Bay. Warners Bay need to find some answers up forward, Louis. They actually haven't kicked a goal yet. Metcalf goes with a 60-metre bomb. Need to be plays the back, beautifully marked. Gee, that's a good grab. Guess who? In fact, that's not Metcalf. That was Ireland. Well done, Ireland. That's Metcalf. Goes left-handed, back to Ireland.
Kane Gibbs is down in a bit of trouble holding his jaw by the looks of it, David.
He's actually struggling a bit. Lucas, I'll get you to keep an eye on him. Ball goes out of bounds in that far pocket with Dan Peterson close by.
I think he's clenching at his jaw.
It's either jaw or throat, Lucas. The ranger's saying it might be his throat there, Louis. He might be struggling for a bit of air. Thanks, Johnny. Out of bounds, the ball goes. In fact, it's a errant throw-in. The boundary umpire will be asked to throw it in again. Dave McGuinness gets the ball back to him. Yench and McDonald. Yench, that big body's really going to... He and McDonald have a great battle. Galapathy's in there, can't quite hands it. Nickel, who's been impressive, according to LJ Holmes, and I'd agree, puts another effective tackle on.
On McDonald, because Crawley's out as well, Gibbs has pinched it a bit, but you expect McDonald to ruck at least 75% of this afternoon, David?
Indeed. Stewart's had 1 or 2 tap-outs on McDonald's been out of position, but McDonald will do the lion's share, I'd imagine. Comes out. Oh, well done, Riley Warner. It's got to beat a man now. Does. Handball out. hot spot. Can we get it? Can there be a mark taken? No. Neither side can grab a mark. Out it comes from Ireland. Stewart intercepting again.
Needham, sorry,
Needham, I
David.
beg your pardon. 41 Stewart. Same haircut. Price, that's dangerous. He's on his feet. And in fact, he goes to ground. I wonder if he could have picked up. He hasn't. Now they've got a swarm on him. He's got such great foot speed. I think that's a downfield free kick, is it? Whistle's been blown. 2 players are down. Just waiting for the umpire to see. 2 players down. That's Price. Just waiting to see what umpire Turley's going to give here. I'm sure that Price is going to get the kick.
Yes.
He may have picked up a corky here. He's limping quite... Yeah, he is. It's the left side, left leg or left foot that's in trouble. Another player will take the kick.
Yeah, Jack Lennon, David.
And Lennon's picked up the footy.
Had the pleasure of speaking to Jack Lennon's father, Justin, after the game last week. Very nice man, Justin Lennon. Has a shot. And you tell you what, he's kicked a goal, has Jack Lennon.
Wow. Now that leads me to believe that breeze is coming from a northerly direction because he's kicked out. He's got a good piece of that. So we have the score. Lucas, you can read the score. I'll do the rad read this time, mate. Can you give the score, please, mate?
Cardiff 4 goals 3-27, leading Warners Bay 3 points after 15.5 minutes.
ISC have been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams over 20 years and are proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond Footy League. We're wearing ISC gear today, Lou. We're very, very smart in it.
Sure is. Very good gear. ISC does.
So 4-3 to 3 points. Cardiff going along steadily. I'll be very happy where they're at. In a fraction,
square.
I think. Is that against a runner? Sure, that I reckon that's a runner or a water runner for Cardiff, for Warners Bay has gone in, I think. That's what umpire Anderson's saying. So Stewart in front again as he's been all day. Lennon gets a kick. That's dangerous area. Warners Bay got to be smart here. Got to stay on their feet. Riley Warner gets it out. He's done very well. He's done superbly well. Beats that tackle. Gets the handball out. Another quick handball. Out there comes. Gee, they've done that well. Garrett gets it out. Givens has got to take that mark and does in a pack of 4 players. Goes looking square. Oh, he's gone backwards. You're kidding. He shanked the kick. McGuinness can't outmark Murphy. But he's dead set shanked out, Louis. He was looking square. Murphy might take a ping here. He has. Can't quite get the distance. Ball staying in. Dragged out of it, I thought. Brown. Walker! Andrew Walker, a roving, crumbing goal, actually off a nice handball. So we have Cardiff 5-3-33. Warners Bay 3 points. Prime 7. In 2018, Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team. Lucas.
They sure are. Prime 7 do a great job as always. Andrew Walker there, as you said. Nice crumbing goal from the ruckman, resting forward.
That'll be a very happy result for Nathan Harkness to get a goal out of Walker.
Yeah.
Yench in the centre, Nickel next to him, Vo. So they're the 2 smaller players. There's McDonald and there's Needham at the back of in the defensive centre position on Delure. Yench will try and fight him, I reckon. Delure, no, can't. The rat, Simon O'Brien's at the feet. In comes Chad Mayo, smart footballer. Fascinating handball, picked off by Needham. Got that one right, Louis. Nickel, who's been very good today. G's got some good ball. Goes wide. Good pluck. Peterson, I reckon.
Yes.
Geez, I'd love to see him play when he's younger. Peterson, short. That's Needham again. He's made some yards. Peterson gets that ball up towards Warner and touched off hands. Warners Bay 4 points. Cardiff 5-3-33. A 29-point margin to the Hawks. 18-19 gone in this quarter. Danger here. If Peterson had picked that up, he was in that Luke Roach pocket from last year, Lucas Holmes.
Ooh, he sure was. Peterson very smooth, very silky with his skills and ball delivery.
Indeed. Slight lull in play while everybody gets. There's David McGuinness with that head bandage. They've done a good job with that. It's not bloody at the moment. Looks like he'll be able to see out the game.
So the win with that throw-in as well, David. Sorry.
It did indeed. Backhanded Yench went 15 metres. Oh, almost a great tackle there. So, not Downing. That's Metcalf.
There's Downing.
That's Downing, and he actually went up too early. Mayo did beautifully well to get him out off balance. Goes with hands. Off to Tomlinson. Isn't he a smooth mover? He's a good player. Off to Mayo. Mayo's getting chased by Needham. Oh, he's found someone who's got the sit here. Or whoever that is that's got back in the market. Lachlan Devill's done a great job. Needs to put a tackle on. Lennon too strong. Oh, stay on his feet there. Can't. 1-on-2. Link Stewart's in there. They've done again well in an ordinary situation. Out Cavo. Got to have good hands here. Off to McDonald. Another handball comes out. And they're away. Nicholas Metcalf gets that one out wide. Can't quite find Peterson. And we're out there at centre wing. Lucas Holmes.
And worked that very well, did Warners Bay. Had a 2-on-1 luckily in their back half. And Deverell doing very good job there on Josh Murphy.
Deverell had to be desperate there. Murphy was in position and Deverell had to fight, and he did. Excuse me. 29 points the difference here on a gorgeous April afternoon here in Warners Bay. The Lake Macquarie District, beautiful part of the world it is. Lucas Holmes is part of the world. McGuinness putting pressure on McDonald. Vukovic is at the bottom. McGuinness has been tackling for at least 10 seconds there. Umpire Henderson says, thank you, that'll be mine. 20.5 minutes gone, elapsed time. Well done, Jensch. Got his body into that contest. Galapathy gets a chance here. Gets smothered by Ireland beautifully. Was fed a lovely ball by Vo. Vo's one of the fleet of the Mozzie fleet, isn't it, Warners Bay? There's a series of smaller players that are nipping the fed. Spinks, McGuinness, Galapathy, Vo. All good players. Nickel, he's a little bit bigger than them, but not much. Oh, that was an interesting handball. It was almost a throw. Great tackle on by Needham on Gretz. Ball comes out. Lost the ball there with that frisbee in the background. Comes back. Jensch plucks that off at centre half back.
Exactly where you want your ruckman, David. Taking marks in the back half.
Indeed. Steps in beautifully. Needham couldn't quite put the tackle on. Contest made there. Evil bounce.
Oh, who's gone down there?
Galapathy, great tackle.
Sorry, David. Someone's just gone down there. He almost went for the ball, Downing, and he's hobbling off to the bench. This doesn't look good for Jack Downing.
Galapathy ruled against him there for pushing the back. Gretz with that left foot of his. Ball comes down forward. Good tackle. Excellent tackle. Lachlan
Is in his
Deverell.
back, though? No. Did well there to roll him over.
Did. It might have been a push in the back if he hadn't done that turtling at the end. On comes McClure to replace the injured Downing. Needham's got to go in the ruck contest. DeLille cleans him up. Needham comes back and fights more. I like Needham. Seems to have a go. Little short handball comes out. Marcus DeLille, can he finish? He can't. Behind to the vastly experienced centreman Marcus DeLille. Cardiff back to 5 goals in front. 5-4-34. Warners Bay 4 points. We are 22.5 minutes into this second quarter. Warners Bay will need to go into the change rooms at halftime, Lucas, and find some attacking options. They may need to run and carry and be desperate. Lachlan Deverell finds his man, Needham. I'm sorry, that was Link Stewart that time. Link Stewart out in the flank. Comes back to Stewart. Gets a handball. They can't quite get a handball out. Umpire says it's out of bounds. Out of bounds deep in the pocket.
He did well meant to mop up Link Stewart.
He most certainly did. McDonald and Jensch. Jensch will stay off him, I'd reckon, and only come and get contact right at the end. McDonald just there. Coming through is Needham. Could have been paid for holding the man and has. So Needham, by being first hands on the ball, gets the free. Been good today, Louis, especially this quarter.
He has. It's been good, Luke Needham. Another pre-season pickup for the Warners Bay Football Club. Goes back. And finds that Deverell in the back pocket. Goes for the switch to the far side. Finds Gibbons. Gibbons and Ranieri calling it. And goes in that direction of Ranieri, the debutant. Marks it ahead of Tomlinson. Very well done. Wheels around on his right. Ranieri goes straight away. Has a bounce. Goes long in the direction of McGuinness. Almost takes an overhead mark. McClure mops up. Gets through a tackle. Gets his hands out. Pedersen goes inboard. Looking for Sorensen. Tristan Warner there. Goes for a shot. No one in the goal square. How will this bounce? Sits on its hand. Corey Deverell first there. Off the ground. Deverell! Just to the far side. A point. Point for Corey Deverell. 5 points Warners Bay. Cardiff, 5 goals, 4-34.
Exciting passage of play. Well caught, Louis. That ball actually hit Deverell's foot before he was actually ready to kick it, I reckon. Dropped on him. Long ball comes out, far flank. McDonald trying to get there on the foot, just quite to get there. Vo, down low. Oh, lovely ball. Probably should have been taken by Spinks. Gretz cleans up. Here's the turnover. Straight onto Tomlinson's hands. This play is a very, you can see he's played good footy, Louis.
Sure has. Ex-Sandful and Qful player.
And he's also played in the NEFL, and he's also represented Queensland and Queensland country. So, got a distinguished career. Murphy, left-footed. Brown, good grab, and he's away in front of Warner. Warner gets him off balance. Where's that ball going to go? Might have to be rushed through, and he's because of the direct pressure being put on by Lennon. Lachlan Deverill takes the safe option there, which he's allowed to do under our rules, Louis.
Going to McGuinness is Deverill.
McGuinness has got to go
and
to McClure.
And there's a half-time siren.
Thank you, Lucas. So, half-time after 25 minutes elapsed time. Cardiff, 5-4-34. Warners Bay are 5 points. Goals for Cardiff, Jack Lennon, Lachlan Price and Andrew Walker singles and a double to Josh Murphy. No goals yet from the Warners Bay Football Club. Lucas Holmes, before we head back to ours for some important messages, your thoughts?
Cardiff had the best of that, probably the first half of that second quarter, David, but Warners Bay worked their way back into it. As I was saying, Nickel, Kobe McClure has also been fairly impressive, and McDonald in the ruck. They just haven't found their scoreboard pressure yet, Warners Bay, and they need to at least kick the first 2 or 3 goals in this third quarter.
No question about that. Cardiff doing very steady, launching all of their raids from half-back. So, for mine, Warners Bay have got to get the ball deep in there and get it in quickly and try and get Gibbs one-on-one. We'll come back with you after a 5 or 6 minute break. We'll have some messages, go back to our studios in Newcastle. Back with you shortly with Cardiff leading by 29 points here at Fayette Park. Thank you, Johnny. Welcome back after those messages. Fay and Park, some scores. Lucas Holmes will take care of the Black Diamond Plate scores, and I will read through the GE Women's Competition. Lucas Holmes for some plate final scores and a halftime score from Maryland at Bill Elliott Oval, please. Louis.
Black Diamond Plate, firstly to Adelaide Street Oval. Killarney Vale, 5 goals, 5-35, trailing Terrigal Avoca. Was beaten by Terrigal Avoca, rather, 10 goals, 15-75. Here at Fane Park, defending premiers Cardiff, 18 goals, 1,523, defeated Warners Bay, no score. At Dick Burwell Oval, Maitland, 18 goals, 1,422, defeated Nelson Bay, 6 goals, 339. At Adcock Park, Muswellbrook, 20 goals, 1,434, defeated Gosford, 3 goals, 624. At Don Small Oval in Tacoma, Wong Lakes, 14 goals, 105, defeated Lake Macquarie, 4 goals, 125. At the Baddo Bay Sporting Facility, entrance Baddo Bay, 25 goals, 164, defeated Singleton, 2 goals, 2-14, and half-time at Bill Elliott Oval at Marylands. West Walls and Newcastle, no score, trailing Newcastle City, 12 goals, 375.
GE Women's Competition final scores. Killarney Vale 10-11-71, defeated Terrigal Avoca 3-1-19. At Passage Road, Singleton 19-15-129, the entrance Baddo Bay 0. At Dick Burwell Oval in Maitland, Nelson Bay 12-10-82, Maitland 139. Lucas, that's a typical Nelson Bay performance. Don't kick many goals, but just shut the opposition down.
Sure thing.
Wyong Lakes at home to Lake Macquarie at Don Small Oval. Wyong Lakes 14-12-96, Lake Macquarie 2 behinds. Here at Fane Park, in an absolute thriller, the last quarter was very desperate, wasn't it? We had the pleasure of watching it here. Warners Bay with a late, scrubby, left-footed goal, 3-8-26 over Cardiff, 3-3-21. The Newcastle City Novas going along flyingly, 21-17-143 to Muswellbrook 0. At Bill Elliott Oval, that's hard to say quickly, Bill Elliott Oval in Maryland, the Newcastle City Stars, 17-22-124, West Walls and Newcastle 0. And at Ferradale Park in Medowie, Gosford have put the foot down, Lucas Holmes, 32-32, 2-2-4. Port Stephens yet to score. Didn't score at all, unfortunately. Half-time scores, Black Diamond Cup. Lucas Holmes will do the first one, and then I will just go through. And can you do the final score from last night? We'll just do alternate scores, Louis, as the umpires come back on.
Black Diamond Cup from Friday night football at Adelaide Street Oval. Killarney Vale, Terrigal Avoca, 9 goals, 15-69, defeated Killarney Vale, 4 goals, 2-26.
Here at Fane Park, or Fane Oval, Cardiff, 5-5-35, leading Warners Bay 5 points.
Half-time at Dick Burwell Oval, Nelson Bay, 11 goals, 8-74, leading Maitland, 4 goals, 4-28.
In a very good game of football. Go Pies, goodness gracious, never. Singleton, 7 at Adcock Park in a great game of football. Singleton 7-3-45, Gosford 6-4-40. Lucas Holmes to finish us off.
At Don Small Oval at Tacoma, the Magpies Wyong Lakes, 12 goals, 5-77, leading Lake Macquarie, 2 goals, 3-15.
Lucas Holmes, Warners Bay need to find a way to go, don't they? And quick.
They do. Very quickly, as you said. Haven't had much time in the forward 50. Haven't been able to have repeat entries and stoppages in their forward half.
Okay.
Cardiff, however, being very efficient as they have been in the first 2 rounds so far. The games we've covered.
Lucas, we've got a little bit of time before the players come out. This is our third. It's your third game. It's my second game of the season.
It
Have
is.
you seen? You've now seen a few clubs. Where are you at? Obviously next week you're going to see 2 new clubs that we haven't seen this year: Gosford and Lake Macquarie, we believe. Where are you at with the season? Do you think that? Where are you at? I think that Cardiff are going to be very hard to beat for the minor premiership.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, David. I think they've just been in the first 2 games. Myself and Gary Birkinshaw in the first game, and yourself, David, and me last week. They've just been a class above. The forward, it's all starts. On their back 6. Yes. They provide plenty of run and carry, and they're very skilled on the ball. Their back 6 led by not Nick Metcalf. That would be the Warners Bay. As in Zach Metcalf at the fullback general, and adding Nick Tomlinson on that half-back flank has just been lightning for them. Not very quick around the ground, but just a smoother. His ball movement has been first class, as we've seen and we've discussed in the first 3 weeks. They're just very hard to beat, I think.
Yeah, look, I think so. I'll be really interested to watch the progress to the season. Cardiff, for mine, have got a good enough side that they could easily go and lose maybe 1 game, 2 games, even none through the season. what happened? It's going to come down to injuries. If I'm assuming that Cardiff have got to go to Rose Point Park, that'll be a good game of football. Gosford are certainly playing good footy, which I think is great for the league. And the unknown for me is that I thought Newcastle City, watching your excellent commentary at Hillsborough, I thought Newcastle City were very good against Cardiff. And if Jackson, who didn't play last week in their thumping, if Jackson gets back and to being the dominant ruckman that we know he is, I think Newcastle City could go a fair way. They've got a lot of young blokes, all right? And the thing with this Cardiff side is, if you watch them, they've got a whole stack of blokes that are really experienced and know their way around a footy field. And you can see it like Warner's Bay's got a mixture of players, got a lot of young blokes, but a lot of more senior players. But Cardiff's just got, particularly in their back six, Lucas, they're very, very dependable. They're composed. And it'll be really interesting to see as they go along through the season, you know, injuries and representative football and so forth. Speaking of representative football, good segue, David. Twilight game at Manuka Oval, Lucas Holmes, on the 19th of May will be a very interesting occasion. You and I saw the Canberra women's sides 2 seasons ago at Passage Road, and I'll be very interested to see that there's no question in my mind that we'll go in as outsiders, we being the Black Diamond Footy League. But I just, it's a big ground, Manuka, it's bigger than this.
Yeah.
At Fayen, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just think it'll be a wonderful experience for our blokes playing at a top-level football ground. Your thoughts, Lucas?
And to my knowledge, David, I don't think there is a women's fixture for the representative fixture because of the summer series that has now been introduced.
Yes, Lucas, that's correct.
Yes, so there will only be a men's fixture, ladies and gentlemen, as David said, a 5 o'clock twilight fixture between the Black Diamond Australian Football League and AFL Canberra.
Back to me, the game before is a NEFL game, so I think it might be Giants and the Gold Coast and GWS. Whatever it is, look, I will say this: we're encouraged to have opinions. I think that it is most unfortunate. I'll be very careful with my words. I think it's most unfortunate there's not going to be a women's game played. I think that our players really enjoyed those 2 games 2 years ago against those Canberra squads. And I think it's most unfortunate that our women's side aren't going to give a chance to play against a really established women's competition. That's all I'll say. But when I read that information, I was quite surprised. However, I believe there's moves being made to try and get some representative football for our female players, which has to happen, Lucas. I'm a massive supporter of representative football. As you know, I'm involved with another sport with representatives, and it means so much, not just to the players, but to people involved with the whole setup.
And at a community level, it's often the highest level, like for community footballers anyway, it's the highest level they're going to compete at in their representative in their association. So it's vital for each competition to have representative football.
Look, and again, we can't belittle the summer series that's been the season they play, not at all, especially with how well the AFLW is going. But I know that our football operations manager, Gary Birkinshaw, is a massive supporter of representative sport and representative football. Gary's done a lot with representative cricket as well. And I think it's disappointing, to be honest. And on behalf of our players, I really would like people down the line, and if anyone else is listening, have a look and consider what, as Lucas said, community footballers want to represent their own areas. That's all I'll say. I just wanted to have an opinion. Jody Henderson with the football, Lucas Holmes.
Yep.
Now, Lucas, can you do me a favour and go and check the score on the board, because that will have been confirmed by the umpires. Here we go with this. Can you go and check that score, because we may have a point missing here. Jody Henderson with the football. Off to Yench. Marcus Delure. So it is 5-5-35 is correct. Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Off the ball comes Lachlan Deverell, has been superb today. Hits McClure, lace out. Deverell's skills, honestly, he is just developing out of sight. Would have loved to see his old man play, Louis.
Warners Bay team of the century, John Deverell, very classy footballer.
Marcus Delure, good chop out mark, stops McDonald getting the football. Away goes Marcus.
Speaking of classy footballers, David.
To O'Brien. So he's got that ball up. Borrow, Lincoln Stewart, who's been terrific today at fullback. Murphy's complaining he was budged out of it by Robertson, to no avail. Got to hit that mark. Can't. Right in front of us in the com box. And we've got a ball up. Just around from half-back flank. Cardiff up by 5 straight goals. Yench is up and McDonald's up there, the nominated ruckman.
Nickel on Delore at the back. And that's where Yench goes.
Delure can't quite get it. Nichols down at ground level. Yench, handball out Delure. Handball out O'Brien. This three-handy plays. Delure backs up. Smart footy. Not a great disposal, and guess who picks it up? Got to be perfect with that one, McClure, who seems to have Lucas Holmes. Very good overhead ability for not a tall man. He's got a lovely pair of hands. McClure goes wide. Peterson's underneath that, stays on his feet. Tackle made by Lachlan Carey. Job's cranky, he didn't take a mark there. Right on centre wing.
On Kobe McClure from the Port Macquarie region, doing his pre-season up there. So coming down to Warners Bay for his second season with full fitness.
Up the ball goes. McDonald right in front, gets that football. Delora reads it beautifully. Hassled by Spinks, handled by... He's almost gone there. No.
Ryan Sorensen with a great tackle there, stopping Marcus Delore.
Argy Bargy in underneath. Josh Nicol. Marcus Delore's having a couple of quiet words, renewing acquaintances. See if Jensch can use his body against McDonald. Can't. Over the head. Finds Spinks. Ball comes out. Doesn't come out. Comes back in to Jensch. She's in trouble. I tell you what, they've done a good job on Spinks. Spinks has been in every position every time. Head over the football. He's just not been given space, Lucas, and I reckon that's a plan. Oh, that's a freak. Should be a free kick to Jensch. McDonald's just grabbed him out of that. And Jody Henderson says mine again. Yes, Spinks has been well marked today. He's got as I said, he's got himself in position. You're right here. Spinks is on Delua. Big height difference. McDonald. Jensch didn't actually compete that one. He went down to rove it. Spinks, as we just said. Good, tight, hard footy in here.
Marty Ryman loving the tight football there, just nulling the Cardiff influence around the stoppage.
Great work, Jensch. Used his body beautifully. Clears the play. Out they come. Grace is on his wrong side. McGuinness just gets there. In front, Stewart, who's been in front all day.
And paid.
Against Lennon. Stewart with his interesting kicking style. That has to be perfect. It's a 1-on-2. Let's have a look and see how Cardiff go about this. Nelson Brown gets that ball hot spot. Oh, chance coming. Lennon screws around and kicks the goal. Great work, Jack Lennon. Nice snap there over his shoulder. Second goal for him, Cardiff. Now looking ominous. 6-5-41. Warners Bay 5 points. Lucas Holmes.
Star 104.5 FM. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
14-year arrangement with Black Diamond. That's a wonderful support. The support we're given by our sponsors is superb. We think Star FM very much. Great local station. My local station, Louis. Ashborg, football in the middle. Jensch has gone in the centre and he started to really have an influence in the game without taking too many marks. It's actually not a marker's day. It's quite windy and blustery. McDonald gets that one out. Nicol. McDonald again fights back. Comes back second time. Jensch. There's Ranieri. Can he get clean possession? Hassled by Gordy. He's probably trying to go on his right. He's just opted to keep that in front of him. And now he's got a chance. Ball's fallen his way. Good work, Ranieri. Can Cardiff get some work out of Jobe? They can. That half-back line's just so hard to get through. McGuinness, the mummy. And I think that's a holding the man decision to David McGuinness. It is. Here's the voice, finds McClure on his own. As Lucas Holmes would say, alone and unattended.
Oscar Anderson on the switch off half-back. Here he goes straight away. Anderson goes long as he does. Long in the direction of Kane Gibbs. Marks out in front. Metcalf peels off and goes back to the goal square. Very smart move there. Gibbs into the pocket looking for, that would be a Warner. No, it's not. It's Sorensen, beg my pardon. Gibson goes across, goes to Tomlinson.
Tomlinson picks that ball up. Thank you, Louis. Back to Metcalf. Goes to 1-2. Vo, disciplined work there on the mark. Metcalf finds his man on the bounce, which is Gordon. Tomlinson left-footed, hits Metcalf again. 3 possessions in 30 seconds for Zachariah. Short to Jobe. Peterson comes and marks him. Goes on his 9 dominant. Here's a chance for... No, Gibbs couldn't interfere. And Gibson gets a mark. Back to Jobe. You want a better possession. That's a much better kick. Hits Lennon. Stewart so behind. That's over the shoulder. And paid. Absolute free kick there every day of the week. Lennon and...
Not behind the mark was
Okay.
the free kick. The free kick wasn't taken from behind the mark, so Ashbrook was reset.
I didn't think Stewart had done anything wrong. He's allowed to crib sideways as long as he doesn't go forward.
East-West, they're all out too, yes.
And handball coming here, I reckon. Yep. O'Donnell. Lovely left footer is McDonald. Can't quite get there. Murphy hands off O'Brien. Vo's got to get there. Does enough, actually, to put him off. Point Cardiff. Cardiff, 6-6-42. Warners Bay, 5 points. Lachlan Deverell will probably get their ball out the bag. Well, you know, he's going back towards the fence to pick it up. Lovely Anzac ceremony at the start of this game performed by the Cardiff RSL sub-branch, Lucas Holmes. They did a wonderful job and set up the day really nicely. And we wish all the diggers, past and present, all those people serving, all the best on Anzac Day. For mine, it's the most important day in our year in Australia. And finished off by watching Essendon and Collingwood. Kane Gibbs has come a long way to get a touch. Gets a handball backwards. Lachlan Deverell, they're going backwards here. They're in a bit of strife. Gibbs. Good pressure, Cardiff. Here we go. Looking for a bit of a... this is a bit more than handbags. Needs to walk away from there. They need to walk away. Warners Bay old boy Stephen May in the background there, along with the finance shed's David O'Shea. The great Steve May. He was a footballer. Let me tell you, Lucas Holmes, Stephen May could seriously play. He'll tell you that too. Out from Murphy, wins that contest. Anderson. Handball out McClure. Intercepted. Lachlan Deverell. That's out of bounds in the full, I reckon. By a long way. That's gone almost a bullaroo. That's going to go over the creek and into the cars. So Marcus Delura will end up with this football. Lincoln Stewart's trying to get the mark right, and it's going to be very close to the gentleman with the zoom camera. Yeah, he's going to have to move slightly. And
Josh Nicol is still there, actually. No, walking away now, but if the Cardiff player, when he turns around, I'll be able to identify in Isaac Hughes. Now he's looking, go back for a drop punt, no, but if he were to go around on the angle, Warners Bay have nobody there.
Low ball. He's kicked it.
It's hit the post.
You know what that's hit? That's hit the padding. I reckon if we see that again, that has just flicked the padding at the last second. Cardiff 6-7, Warners Bay 5 points. Still finding it hard. We've just had the full forward from Warners Bay, Kane Gibbs, come down to the back pocket trying to get a touch. So some issues there for Marty Ryman, Oscar Anderson. I wonder if it's worth giving Oscar a crack at centre half forward, Louis. Could do a lot worse. Nicol, who's been terrific today in a beaten side. Deverell should go, really. No, chooses the safer option and finds Downing.
Metcalf's all alone here if he chooses to go square. Oh, how good was that?
Oh, lovely work by Met. Yes, good call, Lucas Holmes. Metcalf on his non-dominant has a very good right foot. One of the best right foots you'll see from a left footer. Coming through. Needham can't pick it up. Hughes has got to sit here and takes an easy chest mark. Great work by Metcalf.
And gone.
Superb desperation there by Metcalf and Lachlan Deverell. Hughes could have actually stopped, but that you never know. Goes backwards to the familiar voice of Oscar Anderson. Trying to open play up, looking at his options.
That's where your team... Sorry, David. That's where your teammates need to talk in terms of those play-on calls from free kicks.
Right down the middle, and away goes Gibbons. Handball out. Off to Downing. Left-hand handball. Spinks in the open for one of the first times today. Good left foot kick, but it's unfortunately picked off for Warners Bay by the reliable Metcalf. Spinks again, trying to get into the play, trying to get on his right foot this time. Does. Sees Gibbons square and finds him.
Square again to Nicol.
Lucas Holmes the master. Now he's under pressure here from Delua. Nicol has to get rid of it. Does. Little short stabby kick. Does the business. Over towards Spinks. Delua has been superb there. If they get a goal out of this, thank Marcus Delua. Oh, that's over the shoulder. Must be paid. If Lennon's was paid, that's got to be. Nicol, who's again been one of Warners Bay's best. Probably their best player, actually. Lachlan Deverell, Lee Stewart, and Josh Nicol for mine, Lucas Holmes. And you could pick about 15 Cardiff players.
Almost add Kobe McClure to that list as well, I think, David. He's been very solid in that second quarter especially.
Tristan Warner comes out. Here's the familiar voice of Anderson. Can't get the handball out. Draws his man very well. Did really well there. Mark picked off by O'Donnell, I reckon. Now it's Ireland. Now, O'Donnell's got an absolute paddock back there to run. Gordon, true centre half back, called to play on. Over to Tomlinson, this vastly experienced and talented backman. Brant Jobe. Cardiff playing tempo footy here, Lucas Holmes, controlling the tempo. That's not a real good kick to a ruckman. Pedersen goes low. Good tackle. Can Vo stay on his feet? No, O'Brien. Good tackle, Vo. Stuck at that. Cardiff under immense pressure here. Do very well. Gretz hits Jens, and Jens won't drop that. He's got a great pair of hands. He's got Gibbs off his feet, and away he goes, the Elliott Davey medalist. Good use to the body by Delure. Away he goes. No, Jack Lennon, sorry. Over it goes to Hughes. Got to be tackled. Lachlan Devlin. That's a legal handball, I thought. And in fact, Borgs put the whistle away because it was advantage Warners Bay. Gibbs must take that. Doesn't. He's got Galapathy with him. Can he get to the football? Jensch, interesting handball. Got 1-2s with Gretz. In trouble. O'Brien, the dependable rover.
Oh, Link Stewart. Great smother.
O'Donnell's in there. Look out. Price is away. Can he finish? Lachlan Price! Does. Second goal for Price. Lovely goal on the fly. 48 metres out. Cardiff 7-7-49. Warners Bay 5 points. Lucas Holmes.
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in the live streaming and broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
Done a great job today with PAs and extra and cameras and batteries. The boys have done a great job. Good to be working with John and Justin as always. We've actually had the privilege of working for them for this is our 3rd year with the boys. Great to have on board. We've been there through university with a couple of you fellas, I reckon. It's been great to have you on board, fellas. Fantastic. Walker and McDonald. McDonald again. Vukovic goes low. Ranieri can't get him off the football. Needham comes in, puts a tackle on. Mayo. It comes off hands. Can Warners Bay do something? Vo low. Very. Jody Henderson says mine. Usually today, Henderson's put the whistle away. Just let him play. There's been a couple of ones that were tinky touch wood sort of free kicks. Let him go. Just let the boys play. McDonald. Dropped. Vo. Nickel. Galapathy's out. Unfortunately, there wasn't the benefit of that one. Straight to O'Donnell. Brown. Right-footed. Down the middle. Vukovic. Game starting to open up a bit here. There's lots of room to big ground anyway. Gretz. Now, he's got a man on the lead here. Almost illegal against Deverell and Lennon. So it's a 3-on-2. Gets a hand out. Nickel at the back. Very good. Well done by Nickel. That could have been very dangerous. Got to stay on their feet. Warners Bay. Ireland. Gee, this Cardiff backline's impressive. Gretz might end up with the football. No, Job comes along. Big Shepherd there. All legal too, I might add. Goes over Lennon's head. Lachlan Deverell. Got Downing with him. Goes to Stewart. There's Downing now. Got some time.
And he's quite quick, Jack Downing. Sorry, David. 2 bounces.
Go, Lucas. You take over.
3 bounces. Downing long towards the forward pocket. However, chopped off. No. Bounces crawl. Deverell tries a spin move. However, gets tackled. And umpire Turley calls for the ball. Sorry, David. Back to you.
Thank you. Good speed there by Downing. You're right. He's fleet of foot. Tap out McDonald. Needham's in there. Seems to be, as Lucas Holmes said, a good pick-up. Galapathy's in there. Can't quite get his hands on the football today, Galapathy. Spinks has got to go here. He'll turn around his right. Now he's going to go with a handball. Lachlan Devil's in trouble. Ranieri, and I think he's been pinged for holding the ball or a legal disposal. Yep. Effective tackle by Price. The form that Price is in, Lucas, Price could just about get himself a black diamond jumper this year. He's in superb form as a small forward. Little kick comes out. Tomlinson, magnificent. Who's that? Ranieri. There's a way to start your Warners Bay career. Great tackle.
And 50 metres.
Is the umpire coming backwards? No, he's not.
No.
No 50. Lennon's close there.
Yes.
He's in the arc.
I thought, Jody Henderson was signalling to come downfield, but must have just been trying to clear out the protected area. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Lucas, it's fine, mate. You make about 1/10 of mistakes I do. Out the ball comes. Now, here's a one-on-one. Got to stay on their feet. This is a critical ball. Lennon misses. Did well, got the football. Sorensen was steady enough there, and he made it difficult for him to score by staying on his feet. Score. Lucas Holmes is, please.
7 goals, 8-50 to Cardiff, leading Warners Bay, 5 points. As you said there, Sorensen just did more to corral Lennon than everything else, just try to play very defensive.
Spinks is starting to enjoy some more space. Goes wide. Ranieri and Tomlinson. This is an interesting matchup. 2-on-1 now. Stewart's in there, as is Downing. A couple of good plays, a couple of good minutes from Ranieri. We'll be pleased with that. That's out of bounds on the fall, however, from Downing. And we have a penalty-free, penalty-free, that's talking old school there. I'm not sure if Mayo's got that kick. Is it the player up in front of him? No, Mayo has got the kick. Looking, going square. Zachariah Metcalf, who does that as well as anybody in the league. Hughes is on his own. Peterson's got to go. We'll probably steer off him by 5 metres and set the mark. Right in front of the com box. He's a one-on-one marking contest. Anderson and Murphy. Ball does a nice little Shane Warne leg break. Out of bounds in front of the crowd. 45 points to difference. Cardiff really quite steady at the moment. And to be fair, Warners Bay really struggling to get it past centre half forward.
Been able to stem the scoring at Cardiff solidly, but they just haven't been able to get the scoreboard up themselves at the moment, Warners Bay.
Gibbs onto the ball with Walker. Walker gets that one. Well done, Downing. He's had a good couple of minutes. Corey Devill's got to get in front. Galapathy can't quite get there. Metcalf, lovely handball out. Here goes the half-back line. Chad Mayo. Oh, good grab. Yench, was that? No. Yes, that's the big man. Lovely pair. He's just starting to find his form. That's dangerous. Oh, well done, Sorensen. How he's done that, I don't know. Off balance. O'Brien comes back. Intercepted by McClure. He's got to get rid of it. Does. He got rid of it too, Sorensen. Interesting handball, Lucas. McClure. Spinks. One more play and they're out, and they are. Spinks gets the football. That's what you want. Scrubby kick finds Needham. Lucks a fortune. Got to turn around and go quickly. 17 and a half, almost 18 minutes gone in this quarter. Nothing on really. Goes to the handball. Here's the voice of Nick Metcalf. Puts it up in the air. And again, the lack of a forward structure is killing Warners Bay this afternoon. And Warners Bay's back line is just looking very composed. Good tackle, McGuinness. As I say that, real good hustle. Galapathy. Oh, good smother, Galapathy. Can he pick it up? Can Warners Bay do something from some couple of good defensive efforts? Out that ball comes. McDonald taps it forward. McGuinness has a chance if it stays in. McGuinness, what's he going to do? And scores a behind, I believe, Lucas. Very good defensive pressure from Warners Bay's forwards. Doesn't come away with a goal. Warners Bay 6 behinds. Cardiff 7-8-50. Cardiff go along very nicely here at the moment. Plays onto himself. Isaac Hughes might get his football. No, he's tugged it, and Gibbs will take an easy chest mark. Gibbs, of course, at the moment playing on the ruck. In the ruck, I beg your pardon, on the ruck. In the ruck. And finds Lachlan Deverell. What's he doing up there? Short kick. Spinks. Turns his man. Spinks is a chance, I'll tell you. Oh, mark at the back. Peterson couldn't quite get it. McGuinness stays down. Roving as a rover should do. Jode comes away. Ball not marked. Chance. Lachlan Deverell. Could he kick a goal? Goes short. Galapathy's in there. So's Peterson. What can they do? It's all too easy for Cardiff. Nelson Brown misses a mark. Should have taken that one. Under pressure. There is some high pressure here. Ryman will be pleased, Lucas, in the last couple of minutes. They've at least kept the ball in and made them fight. It wasn't easy.
And that's what they haven't been able to let the scoreboard pressure keep the ball inside forward 50 repeatedly.
Correct. McDonald held in. Umpire Turley says, I'll have that. Almost 20 minutes elapsed time in this, the third quarter at Fayen Oval. Gibbs goes to that left, tugs it, and picked off. Gibson comes onto his non-dominant. That's a big contest. Who made that contest down there? He's hurt. Is it Peterson?
It was Brown. Nelson Brown was the Cardiff player.
And Peterson, and it's a little bit of argy-bargy. Nothing overly serious yet. Sensible heads in to prevail and get people out of there. Galapathy's fighting about 30 stone above his weight there, Lucas. It's a bantam weight against there, super heavy. Oh, good pick off by Ranieri. Could he do something brilliant? No, he's done that shank. He's going to find Galapathy. No, couldn't get there. Peterson, ball out of bounds. That was so funny watching that contest. And he's Galapathy. He's not the biggest of men. Have a look at him there. He'd be 5'4" and 60 kilos, I reckon, Gala. Still, he's having a crack. Good on him. McDonald, beautifully roved by Marcus Delure. Oh, one pair of hands he's got. Now, got to stay on their feet. Steps inside beautifully to Sorensen. Oh, Stewart. Now there's trouble.
Oh, watch out.
Price is away. Look at the closing speed. Now, Lachlan Deverell and Lennon. He's a one-on-one. He's got to stay on his feet. Oh, he can't. Here's the voice of Tomlinson. Has he touched that line? That is absolutely brilliant. Who's that? Lachlan Deverell? Oh, I don't believe he's just stopped that point. He was way out of that play, and he's done. And then look at Stewart and Deverell, Lucas Holmes. They are spent. Point to Cardiff, 7-9-51. Warners Bay, 6 points. That was a great defensive. Good football, actually. Oh, Corey Deverell's nowhere near that. Walker picks off the mark. Now, Walker, I'm just trying to see where the transection of that 50-metre arc is, Louis. Can't quite see it. I reckon he's close to it.
He's standing on the 50 right now.
Jody Henderson or Corey Deverell?
No, Andrew Walker. Sorry, David. Is on the 50-metre line as he starts his approach.
Sorry, thank you. He is too. There's the line there. Oh, blind eyes red and can't see a thing. Walker. This is a tough kick.
Tell you what, though. I know.
And he's missed. Just swerved with that a little outswinger it was, Louis. Cardiff 7-10-52. Warners Bay 6 behinds. Nick Metcalf. Looking at his options here. Oscar goes short. Oscar Anderson. Gibbs is out here right in front of us. Push out, I thought, against O'Brien. And Pate. Ryan Sorensen with the football. That's not behind the mark. If that wasn't behind the mark earlier, Lucas Holmes. Metcalf, long driving ball, meets McGuinness. Good pair of hands, little man. In he comes. Wheels around on that right. Ken Warners Bay gets some attacking play. Yes, they've got a crash ball. Good tackle, Needham. Galapathy in there. Grice Gretz, he'll go left. Off to Metcalf, who's going to switch it and actually go backwards, but he's found a teammate. O'Donnell on that natural left. Ireland, who's also a natural left footer. Takes his time. 23 and a half elapsed time here. Cardiff comfortably leading this game. Very good pair of hands, Murphy, who's in great form, Louis. Geez, in good form. Shocking kick. Falls at Jack Lennon's feet. Deverell this time hangs on. Corey Deverell. Big ball coming. Great, goes straight through. Lachlan Deverell stands his ground and produces an excellent tackle. McDonald's in there. Price. McGuinness will chase down Price and does. Corey Deverell needs to get that off by hands to link Stewart and does. Stewart decides to go as long as he can. Gibbs is in front. Can't quite take the mark down. Well done, Zachariah Metcalf. Tom Yench. Gretz. Metcalf stayed alive. Goes long. Beautiful pass. Finds Borrow. Not many options on. Price is in short for him.
Chip it round's the call from the Cardiff players on the ground, David.
Goes square. There's a player that stood to sit there and takes the mark. Lennon? Yeah. Lennon had to sit there. That was an excellent kick to position by Borrow. And Lennon's going to take this kick 30 metres out, maybe, not if that. Directly in front. There's no angle whatsoever. This is to kick Cardiff's third of the quarter. Lennon. Lucas Holmes, what the goal umpire do?
Shane Lowndes didn't move, David.
Thank you very much. Jack Lennon's third. Very good performance from Jack. Cardiff 8-10-58. Warners Bay 6 behinds. Lucas Holmes.
The entertainment grounds on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds has quickly established themselves as the premier events location on the Central Coast. Is time off, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The entertainment grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Cardiff's goals, they've got 8 of them. 3 goals Jack Lennon, 2 goals to Lockie Price and Josh Murphy, single to Andrew Walker, and Warners Bay haven't managed to trouble the goal umpires yet. Cardiff 8-10-58, Warners Bay 6 behinds. We'll go back for some important messages and be back with you in a couple of minutes here on a glorious afternoon at Fane Park on Lake Macquarie. Back with you soon. Welcome back to Fane Oval here on a lovely, cool afternoon on the beautiful Lake Macquarie. In the far side, you can see the fence over there. They're doing work on the second ground at Fane Oval to get the drainage right and get it right like this ground. This ground that we're on here today used to be, from what my colleagues tell me, a bit of a swamp whenever it rained, and now is a great ground. Very proud. The football club is of what's actually occurred here and the level of the surface. Cardiff going along swimmingly here. Warners Bay should be given some credit. They've actually defensively gone okay. Actions like Lincoln Stewart's had a big day out. Josh Nicholas, Lachlan Deverell's work there at the end of that quarter has kept Cardiff going along quietly. But this Cardiff half-back line, it's going to take some... What it needs is strike forwards and someone who can run and carry with speed. And you'd be interested to see who's going to do that. I think that when James Webster ends back at Terrigal, James Webster ends back at the Panthers, that he's certainly someone that can cut the lines and get the ball down there quickly. It'd be interesting to see how Newcastle City go. That game was an excellent game of football, Lucas Holmes recently. And so it'd be very interesting to see how the season goes along. Really, really interesting, actually, because there are some games that you're going to expect to... In the top couple of sides, they're going to expect to, the New side's going to expect to put them away. I would imagine, not being rude or condescending, but when the top 3 or 4 sides from last year's final series play one another, it's going to be extremely competitive.
And coming out of the half-time break, you were talking about Cardiff's fixture, and you could tell how you were saying how they could only get through possibly only losing 1 or 2 matches. Cardiff in the first 4 weeks will have had Newcastle City. They had Terrigal last week. They've got Warners Bay, as we see now, and they've got Nelson Bay next week. So once you get through that first 4 or 5 weeks for Cardiff, they might be looking...
Sure, you're right.
Cruising towards possibly the minor premiership.
And
too early to call that yet, but they may be looking that way.
And the minor premiers in our top 7 this year get a week off. And so they get a week off, which is important. Just about ready to rock and roll here. Ash Borg's got the footy. Last quarter, 25 or 24 more minutes here at Fane. It's turned out to be a lovely day when there was rain forecast, but it's turned out to be a superb day. Got the thumbs up from the ringer. We're right to go. Big Ed Sheeran and Tommy Yench have got the ruck this time. Up goes McDonald. The infraction, where and who? Looks like it's a free kick to Tom Yench, I reckon. That's twice today. Marty Rowan will not be pleased. He likes people being disciplined. So there's 2. Long ball comes down. Murphy in front, chest mark in front of Warner. Not Murphy, I beg your pardon. It looks like Nelson Brown, actually. Yep. Should have noted by the blonde hair. Josh has gone the lemon rinse this week, Louis. I might have mentioned that before today, but anyway.
Nelson Brown, only his 2nd game back, hasn't played since the 2015 Juniors Grand Final that was contested between Warners Bay and Cardiff.
And he's missed from almost point-blank range. Nelson Brown a point. Cardiff, 8-11-59. Warners Bay 6 points. And Lucas Holmes, if that was a 2015 Grand Final, would you have played in that game, sir?
Possibly.
Okay. Who won?
Possibly the members of the Red, White and Blue.
Okay. Oscar Anderson goes wide. Nudged out of that really was Tristan Warner. Gretz comes back with that left foot that's deadly. Right on 50, he's going to kick this ball. That's Lennon, I reckon. McGuinness, the mummy's on the mark. Lennon going for 4, Louis. This is kicking almost straight into the breezer. This will test him. Gets it up. Drops short. Touched. Link Stewart beautifully roves. Out to Nickel. On comes Riley Warner. Got to get rid of it now. No, he's beaten Vukovic with speed. Ball doesn't drop well, but he gets enough of it. And lovely mark taken out there.
By his brother.
His brother, Tristan. Kane Gibbs takes that one at first options. He's right. You can see he's on the block and he's on the centre circle. Gibbs goes long and straight down the throat of Liam Gibson. Could not have picked him out more circumspectly. Straight to O'Brien. Running play coming. Down the centre of the field and picked off by Nickel. Goes square. Stewart's made room for him there. Stewart's been terrific today. Lovely mark, Carey, one-handed over Tristan Warner. Carey, short, errantly. O'Donnell's over there. Great tackle, Link Stewart. That's an excellent tackle. And Ashborg says, I'll have that mark.
Did very well there, Link Stewart. If he was evaded there by Hugh O'Neill, they were away, the Cardiff Football Club.
Was indeed. O'Neill's cramping up a bit there. Still a warm enough day for footy. And got to keep the sports fields up in the water. Ashborg's saying that's where I'm going to be going. Yench and McDonald. Yench, lovely, beautifully rowed by O'Brien. McGuinness is going backwards and finds Lachlan Deverell. No, that's not Lachlan, that's Nicol again. I reckon Nicol's got 25 touches at least, Lucas Holmes. Minimum. No real options, goes short. It's an errant kick, but finds Spinks. Goes back to Nicol. He'll look to get better contact than this one and does. And finds Vo, who I think's been solid enough today in and under the packs. Oscar Anderson gets the football. Now they've switched the play. See if they can come down this flank. Off goes Warner. Loves to run. Good long kick. And should have been taken, really. Now, here they go. Ken Warner's Bay gets them. Gibbs gets it. Now, I've seen Gibbs kick these before, and he will aim at the right. He'll basically aim it at the goal umpire, Louis, because the prevailing breeze, ladies and gentlemen, is right to left on your screen. And I've seen Gibbs kick him with that outswing before. Gibbs will. That's where he's going to go.
And we've got a perfect view of this. He's right in front of us here. He's Kane Gibbs.
We'll let the Black Diamond. We'll let the Bar TV Black Diamond. Let the Bar TV cameras talk this through. I'll say out of it. Kane Gibbs for Warner's Bay's first goal. Straight to the left. Didn't really have a chance. Behind a Warner's Bay. 7 behinds. Cardiff 8:11:59. There's 4.5 minutes elapsed time in quarter number 4 here at Fane. Tomlinson running off. Gets some possession. Goes with his left. Mark taken out wide. Brown. Like him. So was he a good junior, Louis?
A very good junior. Just been fairly injury-ridden. I was talking to one of the junior counterparts in Cullen Jones from the Cardiff Football Club, saying he had a fairly severe bout of glandular fever for a few years, did Nelson Brown.
I think Isaac Heaney had glandular fever at one stage last year as well. That's an interesting decision, though, not given against Spinks, so it's regarded as a fair tackle. Pressure here for Warner's Bay. Oscar Anderson going in. Trouble. Umpire Turley's got the whistle. You can see Umpire Borg at the back there. He's the one closest to goal. And he's got his into the correct position. He can see Turley. McDonald goes forward. Well read by O'Donnell. Goes long. That's off to the side and will be a behind. Cardiff 8:12:60. Warner's Bay 7 behinds. Lucas Holmes will take the call from this behind, ladies and gentlemen.
Does that look like David McGuinness in the goal square?
I think it's Lachlan Deverell bouncing the football back now.
Yeah.
Over to you, Louis.
Thank you. Deverell goes to himself. Short, looking for Spinks, however, fumbled. Gretz there applying the pressure. Spinks get his handball out in the direction of, there is David McGuinness. And he's tackled, loses possession, however. McGuinness provides a tackle, ball up. So about 25 to 30 metres in front of the Warner's Bay goal. McDonald nominates. Looking for the Cardiff ruck. No, however, it was Stewart nominating. Gets the hands out, concedes a tap. And the goal is kicked there off the pack. I see there. Thank you, Simon O'Brien. Another goal for Cardiff. Cardiff now leading 9 goals, 12-66 to Warner's Bay's 7 points.
Sportsbow's Trophy and Embroidery are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond Football League. Thank you, Lucas. Simon O'Brien a goal. 66-7. Cardiff putting the finishing touches on a quite impressive and polished performance. Solid and workmanlike is probably a way to go about it. It hasn't been sparkling.
No.
The desperation and intent's been there. A few plays out for Warner's Bay today, and no excuses, but Marty Ryman, they've got a bye week next week at Warner's Bay, and they'll have a good look at themselves and come back flying after the bye week next Saturday. And, of course, next Saturday we're off to Adcock Park, first time for Lucas Holmes and I, calling Gosford and Lake Macquarie. That'll be an interesting game of footy, Louis.
It will. Two of the new sides in the competition.
Yes.
Yanch gets a tap out. Off to you, David.
Thank you. Well done. Oh, Jensch gets the football out of there. Has a bounce, the big man. Puts that up, the three-quarter wedge. Price in a marking contest is going to get picked off by Warner. Warner's actually impressive, Lucas. Riley Warner is a very handy player. Another pickup for Warner's Bay, along with his brother. Matthew Spinks will look clear for Rightford McGuinness. Ball comes to ground. Tristan Warner can't quite grab it. Simon O'Brien's beautifully shepherded. As a result, gets a good long ball. Oh, lovely mark, Lachlan Deverell. Off it comes to Stewart.
Ranieri's just come off the interchange bench, so he's on here.
Well spotted, Lucas Holmes. Ranieri come off the bench and was alone and unattended. Galapathy comes across. Right in front of us. He is Zach Metcalf, the general. Mayo, closed down by Metcalf. Pressure still from Metcalf. Pressure still from Galapathy. Vo, Spinks. Oh, lovely fend from O'Donnell. Out wide to Tomlinson. Spears a ball to Jensch. Lucas Holmes is shaking his head in the background to how good that might be 50. Lovely mark. Just waiting to see if that's 50 metres. He's got him in the back. No. So it's a marking contest. Price takes the mark. Lucas Holmes laid him. Just tell everyone where we're shaking your head, Lucas.
Nick Tomlinson had the ball, spun on a dime and hit it lace out. That's just incredible skill.
I could just see Lucas Holmes shaking his head, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. What a pickup for Cardiff. I mean, if they need any more quality backmen, and he's a guy, a decorated footballer, represented his state, played in the Sandford, and they pick him up. Goodness gracious me. Just great to see such quality in our league, Lucas. Lachlan Price going for his third for another good day for this diminutive small forward who is lightning, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. Price, wins died down.
The near side.
Cardiff, 9-13-67. Warner's Bay, 7 points. 9.5 minutes gone. On a pretty special day here at Warner's Bay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, just can't bend. Here's trouble. Vukovic throws it on the left. Deverell flies in there. Here's a chance for Borrow. Should walk around and kick the goal. Does. Very well done, Josh. Sorry, not Josh Borrow. I know, Josh Borrow. Lucas Borrow, number 16. Cardiff up 10-13-73. Warner's Bay, 7 points. Lucas Holmes.
Marksman Workforce. Marksman Workforce have been great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL since 2016.
This is a very handy football side, Lucas. And they've developed well last year with a couple of some terrific recruits. They... For mine, have an astute coach who's not prepared. He's prepared to try things. They've got some real good followers. They've got depth. The only you can imagine them with another strike forward, but Murphy's doing the job. They've got Mayo's a very good. Price is playing great football as a small forward as well.
You've got your friend Aaron Wivel into the fray so far. Played his first game in reserve grade this morning.
Jensch. That ball's going to go out of bounds, I reckon. I actually think Wivel might find it hard to get into this side. If there's a knock on Aaron Wivel's game, it'd be that perhaps his defensive pressure isn't as good as some of the others. I think he should be playing as a wing at this level. If you put him in a wing, he's so quick. We've seen him cut teams apart. But this side is umpire's fallen over there. There'll be another throw-in. They're not missing too many players, Cardiff, to be honest. And they get Walker and Jobe back today. There's two big ins for them. Jobe's been impressive. And they've just got the back line. Look at this. Gibson, Metcalf, Tomlinson, Carey, O'Donnell, Mayo, and throwing Gretz at Price! That's another goal while I'm waffling on to Lachlan Price. There's his third. Cardiff, 11-13-79, starting to make this look embarrassing for Warner's Bay. 7 points. It's 72 points of difference. Lucas Holmes.
Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Subway, eat fresh.
And if you throw in Gibson, Metcalf, Tomlinson, Carey, O'Donnell, Mayo, throw in Gretz into that mix as a defensive centreman.
Yeah.
They're going to take some breaking out. Again, it'll take strike forwards and speed. That's the only thing I can think of. You've got to keep Metcalf occupied. He just destroys you, Lucas. O'Brien comes backwards to himself. Coming through was Metcalf, who's gone forward. Needham gets it out to Downing. Gets it out to Metcalf again. Tackle put on right in front of us, this is. Advantage paid. Good, you heard that in the microphone. Sling tackle paid by Borg, umpire Borg. Brown, Marcus DeLure flying through the middle. Look at this for the big fella. If he kicks his goal, it's goal of the day. The DeLure family will be cheering that one in Melbourne. Superb football, Marcus DeLure. Wonderful individual goal. Cardiff, 12-13-85. Warners Bay, 7 behinds. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval. Looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990 drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
Wonderful individual football by Marcus DeLure and finishes with a lovely goal. And that breeze is actually picking up again. That ball really swerved in midair from left to right as we were watching it. Ball coming back into the middle now. Umpire Borg's at the football. Oscar Anderson's trying to push a few people around. He's got Gretz and O'Brien there cheeringly and laughing at him. Umpire Borg's just settling down. Settle down, son. Doesn't want to give a free. McDonald taps it out. Holding the man. I'm assuming that's against Anderson, and it is to O'Brien. He's been terrific today. Goes wide. Good mark, Riley Warner. Away he goes. Loves to run and carry, Lucas. Galapathy, good spot by Warner. Well done, Galapathy.
Touch ball.
Touched. Gretz. Gibbs chasing. Can't get there. Comes wide. Lovely spot. Gee, that's a nice kick. Borrow. 30-metre wedge. DeLure, 2 in 2 minutes. No, unselfishly goes wide. Looks for his best mate, Tom Yench. And Yench has got an opportunity after an unselfish act from Marcus DeLure.
Be appreciating that delivery.
He will.
Tom Yench.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear about it in the Tom Yench Appreciation Society Facebook page this week.
That's where I was heading, David.
Yes, I knew what you were talking about. Yench to put Cardiff to 13-13 and 84 points in front. Usually pretty good kick at goal, Tom Yench. And, of course, commentators Moz, he misses. Cardiff, 12-14-86. Warners Bay, 7 behinds. We've gone 15 minutes elapsed time here at Fayon. Still a lovely afternoon. And, again, Lucas Holmes and I will be joining you next week from Adcock Park in West Gosford as the Gosford Tigers host the Lake Macquarie Dockers, round 4 of the Black Diamond Footy League. Helicopter from Deverell. Ends up in the hands of McClure. Comes wide. Metcalf's got the run of this. Good shepherd from Peterson. Now, he's got to find Corey. Is he going to go himself? Corey's gone here. Corey Devil should kick Warners Bay's first goal. He's got an awful bounce. You're kidding. 8th behind a Warners Bay. Warners Bay, 8 points. Cardiff, 12-14-86. Been a comprehensive display from the seasons, from the team that I think are the clear favourites to at the very least win the minor premiership, and I'm pretty confident they'll be there on grand final day, Lucas Holmes. Brant Jobe in front of Peterson. Jobe looking. Gretz is there. He goes with a... Oh, he's found a man on his own. Marcus DeLure is really having a good last quarter. Goes short towards Gordon. Got to come. He's going to go with a handball over the top there, I reckon. Over to Hughes. Got time. Chased by Ranieri. Can he finish Hughes? Shocking kick.
Has it? Oh, no.
No, it went to the left in front of the old boys. Oh, in fact, Lucas, it's actually hit the post from Rachel Goodenough. Cardiff, 12-15-87. Warners Bay, 8 points. 16 and 3/4 minutes gone. Lachlan Deverell with a kick out. Straight down the centre, I reckon. Yep. Looking for McDonald. Misses. At the back, Garrett. Comes through. Jobe's in there. Anderson leaves it for McDonald. O'Brien gets the ricochet. Pushing the back of the back there, a thought. Umpire Turley says that's mine. Oscar Anderson, the last man up. An exhausted McDonald and Walker. Walker double-handed in front. Needham, Galapathy. Just hasn't had any luck today, Galapathy. He's had so many wrong bounces. Job, Deverell, keeps his man off. If he gets out of this contest at even money, he's done well. Nicol comes across to help his great mate. Nicol has been terrific today. Nicol and Deverell and Stewart, no, it's no coincidence they've been amongst the best. They've had a lot of football down there. There's dangerous kicking in there, dangerous play. I thought that free kick should be Corey Deverell's. Needham's taken it, and they've paid advantage. Off they go. Corey Deverell. It's a 1-on-2 contest. Tomlinson at the back. Comes in. There's Metcalf. Can he get onto his left? Does. Comes straight through to Sorensen. Galapathy. Looks square. Looking for Corey and picked off by Gordon. That's a mark.
I think he was actually looking for downing there, Galapathy, but just didn't get enough on the kick as the switch is on.
Thank you, mate. Apologies. Tomlinson running to space. Look at the effort there right at the end of the quarter. End of the game, really. The short handball off to Vukovic. Tries to step Stewart. Lennon comes back. Tomlinson's continuing. He might go with a handball to Tomlinson. Sticks comes to shut him down. Left-footed, and because of that shutdown, Lachlan Deverell, this astute halfback flanker and leader of the pack for Warners Bay, picks him off. Nicol. Downing wants this. Won't get there. Picked off beautifully by Nick Tomlinson. Square. Finds his man again. O'Donnell. Goes onto his left. Short stabbing ball. Lovely Mark Murphy. That's how full forwards on the footy. Wheels around. Can he kick another goal? Josh Murphy. Oh, that is such good footy. Now, has he kicked that goal? I don't know how that ball's going over the line, Lucas. I think it is a goal. Waiting, and it is. And it's this play here, and I reckon that's Jack Lennon, number 4.
It is.
It is. I'm sure that the goal umpire's called that a goal. There's been no flags waved. Can we wait, please? I'm sure the goal umpire's called that a goal.
Yeah, and she's got 2 flags.
And there's 2 flags, and that's a goal. We've just got to hold on here. I'm sure if that's been called a goal by the goal, or just Lucas, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure the goal umpire 2 flags out and actually waved and called it a goal from Lennon. You know how I said I wasn't sure how the ball went over the line? I'm not sure if he kicked it. It's where the ball's come off the leg, Lewis. I reckon it's come off the thigh. Spinks knows what's gone on because he was there. Just waiting. I think this may be a change decision. Let's just wait. So I'm sure we're going to get across the flags there. We do. So a behind to Cardiff Football Club. And it's now a behind. 1 flag will be waved. And we're away. Cardiff 12-16. Warners Bay 8 points. Spinks comes wide. That ball goes out. It's a free kick.
He's played on, though.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Redden misses the rules. Well, it's been called out of bounds, Louis. The boundary umpire has called that out of bounds. And Ashborg has overruled him. Well done, Lucas Holmes. The boundary umpire did call that out, and you're right. And then Ashborg has overruled because it was played on. Lucas Holmes won. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
That's why you're here, mate. Zach Metcalf off to Walker.
And
2 players down there. I wonder if they've had a head clash.
Is that Job?
Could be. Marking contest. Oh, Murphy. He's played on, and Jack Lennon will kick his 4th.
Yeah, Brent Job's not... Yeah, good mates Job and McDonald there.
Cardiff. 13-16-94. Warners Bay 8 behinds. I'll take care of it, Lucas.
Thank you.
Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Lucas, Subway.
Eat fresh. Hey.
We thank the Bishop family for their support through their Subway Morisset franchise.
And we do have to do a Subway Morisset player of the match today, I'm assuming, David?
Oh, good luck. Lennon's got to be in consideration. Yep. Tomlinson's got to be in consideration. Gretz, Zach Metcalf. Simon O'Brien.
Can we just rattle off the whole of Cardiff's back line and we'll be right?
Tomlinson must go close.
Yeah.
And I think, I would not be surprised to see Nicol or Deverell actually get a vote.
Yeah.
they've been that good in a badly beaten side.
Lockie Price as well for Cardiff, David.
He has given limited opportunities, but he hasn't got his hand as a... It's very hard as a small forward to get votes. You've got to kick a mozza.
Yeah.
Corey Deverell, speaking of small forwards, runs, goes, does Ronan Yates. Off he goes long. At the back! Peterson can't get there. Mark to Yench. Comes wide. Vo. Got the sit. It doesn't take it. Got to stay on his feet. He's got a 1-on-2. If he gets out of this, he's done well. Held in. He might be pinged here. No, umpire Turley says that's mine. He's actually done well to create a stoppage. 22 and 3/4 minutes gone. Dying embers of this one. And tapped out. Lucas, in that situation, in a centre bounce, if he taps it out on the full from a centre umpire's throwing, is that a free kick?
From a centre umpire...
In that one, if that had gone on the full?
Well, it'd have to be to the umpire's discretion if it was deliberate or not.
But it's not an automatic, like a boundary throw.
No, correct.
Thank you. Lucas Holmes, our rule specialist, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't miss often, I'll tell you. Ireland, contest, and away they go again, Cardiff. Lennon, off to O'Neill. Long sweeping handball. Galopathic chasing. Burrow here.
Is he paid holding the man?
I think he said it's mine.
I know he has. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Jody. Look, I thought that was holding the football, but anyway, I'm not the umpire. I'm just here. Tries to keep that in and can't next to the boundary padding. Cardiff on 13-17-95. Warners Bay 8 points. Been a very good performance from Cardiff today. Most impressed with them, and they're going to take some stopping. Stewart off to Vo. Vo hasn't stopped. Wide. Oh, one-hander Warner. Thank you, mother. Superb. And Tom Yench cruising across. Had every right not to do that and did. What an effort from Yench. But I love the one-hand for Warner. That was immensely skillful.
It looked like it was Corey Deverell's for all money.
Absolutely. Yeah, look. Subway Morissette coming up shortly. Lucas, let's get it down to a couple. Where you at? Lennon's kick 4, Tomlinson, Gretz, Metcalf, O'Brien.
Isaac Hughes has been serviceable today as the final siren goes.
So, in this Anzac tribute match, Cardiff 13-17-95, Warners Bay 8 points. The goal kickers for Cardiff, Lucas Holmes.
3 goals each for Jack Lennon, Lockie Price and Josh Murphy. And then singles for Simon O'Brien, Lucas Borrow, Marcus Delure and Andrew Walker.
Okay, wonderful performance by Cardiff. The Warners Bay will be better off for that run, but tough day at the office for the Bulldogs. We've got to get a Subway Morissette out of a few players. I think Warners Bay's best players, Deverell and Nicol and Stewart. And over to Cardiff. Goodness gracious me. I have an opinion. Lucas Holmes, yours?
Well, I think we summed it up there just quickly. We had about 6 or 7 players in there. The usuals there for Cardiff. Jack Lennon in the first week got our vote. And last week, because we obviously can't give it to the same player 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the 2 best players on the ground were Gretz and Tomlinson. And I'm leaning towards Tomlinson myself. I thought he was superb.
So am I think.
Subway Morissette to Nick Tomlinson. Lucas Holmes has been a wonderful afternoon here with its tribute to our diggers and then some really good football played, particularly by the Cardiff Footy Club. Warners Bay will have to fight another day. They've got a bye next week. On behalf of my commentator, Lucas Holmes, Lucas, thank you, mate. Great afternoon.
No, thank you very much, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you to Josh and Justin and... I'm getting old. To the Ranger, me mate Johnny. Justin and Brendan, who did such wonderful work with us earlier on, one of the main guys there at Bar TV. Thanks, everybody, for a lovely afternoon. Well done to Cardiff, and it's a very good afternoon. We'll see you next week at Adcock Park. Good afternoon.